I'm coming on a little extra early today because the magnitude of some of the games today. And before I start the games today, I am going to talk about the Chicago Bears, who, for the first time, they will face Deshaun Watson today. And the reason why I'm starting here first, because they'll all be fired on January the 4th. And I will be doing Black Monday here. As soon as I get back from therapy, I'm coming right here and starting Black Monday. And that's one of my favorite days of the year when guys are getting fired. And I could tell you right now, they will be fired. Now, if you look at 2020 hindsight, CBS's The Other Football Show reported this morning that they didn't even talk to Deshaun Watson. What's up, Sean Jones? I'm getting to it. Today is the day, baby. I'm getting to it. 2020 hindsight would have told the Chicago Bears you gave up all that to the Niners and built that powerhouse. Morning, my brother. Good morning. Pop that up here. I got everything for you today. It's good starting this early in the day. I went to bed. I talked to our boy I-Test after the show to about 3:30 in the morning. And again, I'll get to it. Don't worry. I got a long 3 hours up here, fellas. I'm getting to it. Chicago Bears, the racist organization that they are. They even talk to either Patrick Mahomes or Deshaun Watson. But yet, they was enamored with a bum named Mitch Trubisky. Now, Trubisky's lily white supporters, which are very slim, a lot of them nationalist pride. They're going to say, well, he has a similar record to Deshaun Watson. Yeah, but problem. Deshaun just got a $40 million a year, 4 year, $160 million deal. Mitch is going to be a backup somewhere next year. Let me rephrase that. There'll be some dumb white coach that will be desperate to coach, and the Bears will try to save their ass because they're going to hear it. Once they get eliminated today, I think Deshaun beats them today to stick it to them. The players on defense and offense don't care. They know they're not making the playoffs. He's going to stick it to them today. He is. And you look at that and you go, well, you suck. Let me say it right now. The racist Chicago Bears will pay the price come January 4th, and on that day, Shirley, I love you. Don't come in the room. It will be hell on earth when I kill them. See, this is what happens when you're a racist organization and you're a joke. If I hear one more about how great that 85 underachieving team is, I am going to puke. What's up, Ian? I am going to puke. Okay? There are reasons why Chicago is in the predicament they're in. And that's why they're going to have to either trade up to get a quarterback, lose out, you'll definitely get one of the four if you lose out. Or you're going to have to go get a veteran. Cam Newton, Matt Ryan, Jameis Winston. You're going to have to make a decision, Chicago. And the decision is not a good one. Trust me. It's not a good one, Chicago. You or not only in a pickle, but you're in a lot of trouble. You just is. See, this is what happens when you have the old slave mentality, like the Chicago Bear organization has from top to bottom. When white men, that's right, white men, instead of making a wise decision, they stick with their code, the good old boy network. That's how whitey is. Okay? That's how white men are. Let's be real here. You're talking about the white man. And the white man, I'm gonna tell you something about the Bear organization. They don't really want to fire. They're going to fire the GM because they don't like him, but they don't really want to fire the coach and get rid of the quarterback because they want to be proved right. Because white men, in their sick minds, is defined. The only one that believes and worship them are black women. White women stay on code. Anyway, neither here nor there. But anyway, they don't really want to fire them. They don't really want to get rid of Trubisky. You know what they'll do? Knowing them, they'll keep Trubisky, bring in a coach who's a flunky, who will say, I'll take Mitch. I'll get him to do right. And that will blow up in their faces. This is what losing organizations do. That's why they're Chicago Bears. And they thought that Nick was going to be their savior. And how's that worked out for Chicago? How's that worked out? Okay. Philadelphia, another franchise that 3 years ago was kissing the trophy. And right now, the owner is so sick of looking at his team that Jeffrey Lurie, when this season's over, to have a serious decision to make. And knowing Jeff, he's going to make it quick. Now, I look at the Eagles' schedule. Today is their toughest game. The rest of the games at Dallas, Washington at home. They can, if they win today with Jalen Hurts at quarterback, maybe they'll finish strong and can pull out the division. It only takes one giant loss. Maybe two for both Giants and Washington. Shout out to EM this morning, Sean Jones this morning. I know what they're waiting for. I'm going to do it for them. But I want to get the other things out of the way, and then the rest of the platform this morning will be on that game. And it's the big one. I would have came on at 8 o'clock this morning, guys, but I was up to 3:30. I had a big show late. I did 3 shows yesterday. So far we got Chicago. Their racist ways have backfired on them. The Eagles, a wise decision to put the little black boy in. Let's see what he can do, salvage something, save face on a disastrous season in Philly. And Philadelphia and Chicago better be glad they didn't have their fans at home games this year. But I'll tell you one team that is beginning to turn around, and you can feel the electricity in the air. And no, it's not who I think I'm going to. It's the New York Football Giants. My man EM's in the room right now. I know he disagreed with me. He still disagrees with me. I said to him last Sunday before the game started that the Giants' defense was better than Miami's. He violently disagreed. Fine. Well, after that performance against Russell Wilson last week in Seattle, New York has a buzz to it right now when it comes to the football Giants. They're thinking Super Bowl. They believe they'll win out, make them 9-7, win a division, get a home game, beat Seattle again. I think Seattle gave the division away. Typical Seattle with Pete Carroll. Defense is playing phenomenal, folks. That was not on the defense. Well, maybe in the second half they gave up all those runs to number 22. It was the offense last week that couldn't deal with the Giants' defense, which is right now, to me, a Super Bowl defense. Good morning to the beautiful Sheila E. I know she's going to wear her Giants paraphernalia up here in less than 40 minutes. But her Giants, Iman Perry's Giants, they got it going right now. And it's a big game for them today against Kyler Murray, who has seemingly has lost it all of a sudden. And Kyler hasn't been the same since he faced the Dolphin defense. More on the Dolphins in a little bit. I'm getting there with Miami, everybody. Don't worry about it. I'm getting there with Miami. Getting back to the juggernaut defense of the New York Giants. We'll see. Ever since they got robbed against Brady, ironically, and Tampa Bay on Monday Night Football, they have gelled together. Remember back in 2007 when every bullshit and make-believe calls in Week 17 against the Patriots, when the Patriots were undefeated, to a man, the Giants felt that they were robbed. And they gave everything to the Golden Boy. And what happened in Super Bowl, I guess it was 43? Or Super Bowl 42. Oops, there it is. The Giants went on to, they predicted they'll hold them to 14 points. They did, and they win 17-14. Giants got that feeling again here in New York. And I'll tell you one thing, next year with a good draft, and also for the Redskins, that's going to be one hell of a battle in the NFC East. Speaking of the Redskins, they'll be in San Francisco today. And to me, that's going to be a hell of a game. Niners are better than you think, folks. It's at Buffalo right now is a buzzsaw. Buffalo right now. I don't get the Buffalo-Pittsburgh. Don't worry. I'm only doing the marquee games today. Right now. You know I'm saving the best for last. That's right, baby. Washington's in San Francisco today. Chase Young, who me and the beautiful Vinsanity both rave about, and he's playing the way me and the beautiful one. That's what I'm going to call Vinsanity from now on. The beautiful one have played up to snuff. Good for them. Good for the Redskins. Good for that suffering fan base, who in reality has done nothing since they won their last Super Bowl in '91. They're on the right page now. Ron Rivera is doing a great job. Chico's doing a great job. Chico's a hell of a coach, especially if you want to think defense first. Riverboat Ron is doing an outstanding job. Good for him. Redskin fans, your future's bright, in my opinion. The game tonight up in Orchard Park is a fascinating one. Buffalo is getting stronger and stronger by the week. Their quarterback, see what happens? That was a good trade when you think about it. Stephon goes to Buffalo. They're going to pay him. You don't have to worry about money. He said he's not worried about it. And the Jefferson kid in Minnesota replaced him has been outstanding. And that's what the game I'm going to do next, he's a big part of. Pittsburgh is in trouble. And tonight, I believe going up there, it's going to be 26 degrees, and it's going to feel like 16 degrees tonight in Buffalo. And that's why Al Michaels is not making the trip to Buffalo for NBC. He's going to let Mike Tirico do the game. I love Buffalo tonight. I do. I think Buffalo. I picked Buffalo from the beginning in summer. I told guys when I was plugging my network, how good Buffalo was going to be. And Buffalo, I'm trying to remember. I do things on the top of my head. At Denver on next Saturday. At New England, Miami. Um, if they win tonight, play their card right, they'll be the 2 seed in the AFC. McDermott, even though I don't like his conservative ways, is a hell of a football coach. He really is. A hell of a football coach. Buffalo is finding their running game at the right time. Brandon Beane got an extension on Friday. He deserves that. He's a hell of a young GM. We'll see how far they go. But if I'm Buffalo, don't slip up. Because there's a certain flipper right behind you. I wasn't going to do this game, but I'll do this game anyway. Colts and Raiders, the national media is fascinated by the Raiders because Gruden's there. If it was any other coach, they wouldn't care. I like the Colts in Vegas today. Close. But the Raiders, with that win last week, they win this one. They're going to beat the Chargers on Thursday. And what a Christmas, after Christmas Day showdown we'll have. Prime time. It's going to be the late game, Saturday night, the 26th. Miami at Vegas. And I said before the season started that if Miami do make a playoff run, and they are doing it, and give Miami a lot of credit, that game on the 26th is going to mean something. I'm right now. I'm right. Good for both of their franchises because CBS will love nothing more than a good Raider team, a good Dolphin team, and a good Steeler team. Then you could sprinkle in the Chiefs. Of course, Chiefs will be either the late game or early game every week on CBS or prime time. And you got the Dolphins, the Steelers, and the Raiders as your valuable teams. Will be like the 70s again. I think CBS will sign up for that and run. A game that intrigues me today is Tampa Bay and Minnesota. And I do believe that if Tampa Bay, I think the loser of this game is out in the NFC. Minnesota wins. We're going to have a game Christmas Day in New Orleans. You wouldn't have thought so 6 weeks ago. Oh, it's going to be a game now. And if I'm NBC, I will move that game from 4 o'clock. I will move that game to prime time. And let the country see this game because I get to feel Minnesota wins today, and I think they will. I think Tampa's reeling. The national media is scared to death because the Golden Boy doesn't make the playoffs. Then everyone's going to say, like I've been saying, the NFC is not the boys' club of the AFC and the AFC East. They're the motherfucking Marines. Salute to all of our military people, men and women who serve this country proudly. Wow. All right, guys. This is the one that we're going to do most of the day. And it's going to be 80 degrees and kickoff in Miami today. This is the game that I've been waiting for the last 3 weeks. Dolphin fans been waiting for a long time. This is the biggest game for the Miami Dolphin franchise since Pete Stoyanovich missed that field goal in '94 in San Diego. That's right, folks. It's been that long. I said last week that was the biggest game in the history of the Cleveland Browns at Tennessee, and Cleveland blew them off the planet. And Ryan Tannehill was your typical Ryan Tannehill. And that guy, Havoc, the Tennessee Titan fan, who kept me up to 2:30 in the morning last Saturday night after I had the fight on my network. This guy was bragging about how great his team was. And I said, not so fast, because Cleveland got two guys who can match your one. And that's exactly what happened last week. We all know Tannehill crumbles when it's a big game, and he crumbled last week. And these Tannehill fools yesterday tried to tell us on my platform that he would have been better for this team. That's why they got rid of Tannehill, because the new regime saw that this guy can't play in big spots. He proved it last Sunday against Baker Mayfield. Baker Mayfield pumped up 4 touchdowns in the first half, and now the Cleveland Browns are the talk of the league. And I told everybody, when they beat the Cowboys, they will replace the Cowboys. Give me a second. All right, like I was saying, um, um, my mind is not there. Let me get back to what I was saying. Um, okay. Uh, this is a big litmus test for the young Dolphin defense today. Period. Yesterday we had some fireworks in here, and I'm going to get into it right now. My boy Laro was up here yesterday, and he said, and I asked him, would you trade, take your 2 picks back, 2 Texans picks? I'll throw in Tua for Deshaun Watson. And these Dolphin fools who really believe that this guy is going to throw for 500 yards every week and 5 touchdowns. They're all butthurt right now, by the way, and I love it. They're all butthurt because of a comment that Patrick Mahomes said on Wednesday. I'll get to that in a second. And I said, I will make that trade in a gazillion times on Sundays. And my boy I-Test, I spoke to him at 3 o'clock in the morning last night. He wasn't there yesterday until the end. He was talking about his business he runs with the great general. And I told him about it, and he was laughing his ass off. Because what I said yesterday was this. You make that trade, you do that trade right now, and you get your 2 picks back plus Tua. You can have that. Give me Watson. I'll win the next 4 Super Bowls. Oh my God. First of all, it was dead silence from these Dolphin fans on my panel. And then they tried to go in going, well, Bill, about the salary cap. Fuck the salary cap. I'll fucking pay Watson $70 million. No one on that Dolphin team is getting paid. We got to build it. Deshaun Watson wins and also gives you instant credibility. Okay? Now, let me get to what Patrick Mahomes said about Tua Tagovailoa that got a lot of Dolphin fans' butt hurt. And I love it. On Wednesday, teams talk to the other team's media who they're going to play upcoming. And I'm pretty sure that the Armando Salgueros, the Adam Beasleys, the man who really loves Tua, okay, Omar Kelly, when Patrick Mahomes made this comment, I know they must have said, what the fuck is he talking about? I've heard guys compare Tua to Mahomes. This is delusional Dolphin fans now. Russell Wilson. And it took me one game to watch this quarterback. One game. And I told everybody he was a game manager at best. Okay? Patrick Mahomes, right now, as we are talking, Tua Tagovailoa is a good game manager. But in time, with his makeup, with the way he composes himself, he will be a great game manager. The great eye test was with me 3 o'clock in the morning last night after my show. My show went off at 3. He stayed an extra half an hour. Me and him chit-chat, ask him about how his life is going. That's how I treat people in here. And we were both cracking up so hard. We couldn't stop laughing. I had and from now on, I'm going to call her this. I had the beautiful Vinsanity on my platform Thursday. And she was terrific. And she said something, I guess she likes I-Test a lot because everything I-Test was saying up here the last couple of weeks, she signed off on it. And she said, quote, with one of the 2 number 1 picks the Dolphins have in this upcoming draft, they should draft a quarterback. Because by the time we give Tua all the talent to surround him with, if he goes down, we'll have a good backup. Ouch. Ouch. My good buddy Big Time was saying, did she really say that? Esteban signed off on it, said, yeah, she said it. Look, I'm going to say this one more time about Tua Tagovailoa in Miami. He's going to win big. He's going to do what Coach Flores will ask him to do. He has the it factor, and that's good enough for me. But that's not good enough for the Dolphin faithful. And I'm going to say it again. When they are winning championships, and they will, in the next 2 years, we'll start our Super Bowl run in Miami. And when that starts to happen, and the running back is getting all the shine like Derrick Henry is in Tennessee, there are going to be a lot of angry Dolphin fans. A lot of angry Dolphin fans. Why? Because they will be in denial that their quarterback will make the right play in the clutch, but is not putting up gaudy numbers like the marquee quarterbacks do. EM's going to be up here in a few minutes. And I don't know if I think he was up here on Thursday when I made my comparison. Well, someone made it and I took credit for it. No, EM wasn't here, so I said that Tua Tagovailoa, someone said the other day, and that person was right. He's the new Troy Aikman of the NFL. And I think his career will parallel Troy Aikman's. You ain't seeing it now because our running back is not here. Our two backs are not here. And our go-to receiver is not here. They will be here hopefully next spring. That's if this idiot makes the right picks. Now, Vinsanity, when she was up here, I hope she comes up here this morning. But knowing her, she's probably at church. Baby girl was on point, and I gave her the whole platform. I let her talk. I let her say her opinion. She was excellent. And I told her I agree with her, but the quarterback thing, I was stunned. I'm not going to lie. I was stunned that she said what she said about getting a backup in this year's draft in the first round. And we'll have enough talent around Tua. When he gets hurt, the backup will come in and we keep on moving, keep it moving. Again, I'm going to get right back to the game. I think Tua will play well today, by the way. I don't have a problem with Tagovailoa. I know that Tua is going to win big for us. Again, he has the it factor, the accuracy, pinpoint, his smarts, and his quick release. And he's a true gamer, and most importantly, he's a winner. He was a winner at Alabama. Jim Nantz, Tracy Wolfson, Tony Romo. CBS's A-team will be in Miami today. 80 degrees at kickoff in beautiful Miami Gardens. I'm going to go with the Chiefs today in a tough, rough game, but I think it'll be a war on the field. Now, my buddy Laro yesterday have no respect for the Dolphins, so much so that he gave me 20 points that the Chiefs will blow them out by more than 3 touchdowns. And if the Dolphins cover that 20, he'll put $50 in my Cash App. Laurel, I love you, nigga, but put that 50 sooner than later. I love you, though. You my nigga. I love you. I think you're crazy. Giving me 20 points. That's how much lack of respect you have for the Dolphins. Again, tough game in Miami. I think either two things will happen. Either the Chiefs will blow us out, or, like I predict, it will be a war on the field. And it wouldn't surprise me that this young Dolphin defense will hold the Chiefs under 20. Wouldn't surprise me if they did. I don't think they will, but it wouldn't surprise me. So I covered the main games of this weekend. I'll do Browns Ravens tomorrow. Pre-game at 5:30 Eastern time. I will have Black Wall Street with me. He's a big Ravens fan. And I'll have him with me tomorrow, late afternoon, early evening. Pre-game, Ravens, Browns from beautiful downtown Cleveland. All right. Let me do this first, and then I will start the show more. Joe Buck, Troy Aikman, Aaron Andrews is at Tampa today. They usually do the late game, but because the late games suck, except for the Redskin game, they'll be in Tampa to do Brady and the Vikings. Kenny Albert, and he is so underrated. John Vilma and Shannon Spake will be here at the Meadowlands, 60 degrees at kickoff. Beautiful day for football. 80 degrees in Tampa today for the Buccaneers at kickoff against the Vikings. Beautiful day for football. Dallas, Cincinnati, who cares? I told you the Dolphins, Jim Nantz, Tony Romo, Tracy Wolfson's in Miami, the A team. Good for the Dolphins. They deserve that. Sorry about that. Houston, the Bears, who cares? Denver and Carolina, who cares? That's my guys. Andrew Catalone, James Lofton, and the beautiful A.J. Ross, if you haven't seen that hottie. Tennessee at Jacksonville, no one cares. Colts, Raiders, that would be Iron Eagle and Charles Davis. Evan Washburn, the Seahawks today, and the Jets, Greg Gumbel, Rich Gannon, Amanda Ballaness. Saints, Eagles, Kevin Burkhardt, Joe Johnston, Pam Oliver. No one cares about the last two. Oh, the Redskins, that would be Chris Myers and Greg Jennings, along with Jennifer Hill. And you know who's doing the game tonight? Al Michaels. Oh, Al Michaels did make the trip to Buffalo. Okay, I heard Al say he wasn't going. Okay. All right. Those are your announcers for the game today. I'll do injury report later. We do the weather report across the country. The games that matter. Miami, 80 today at kickoff against the Chiefs and sunny. So the weather will not be a factor and a problem in Miami. In Tampa, get the Tampa Bay weather. Tampa Bay, 75 and cloudy in Tampa at kickoff. Chief Raiders is indoors. Giants, 60 degrees at the Meadowlands at kickoff. And partly cloudy here in New York. And the rest of these games, nobody cares. It's going to be, let me do the other two games that are big today. It's going to be 26 tonight in Buffalo. It's going to feel like 16 degrees in Orchard Park. And tomorrow night's game is going to be 26 degrees in Cleveland. Tomorrow night's going to feel like 12 degrees. So that is your weather report for the big games today. There you go. That's the weather for today's game. I gave you the announcers for today's game. I'll do the injury report later in the show. All right, let's get this shit started. You guys deserve to pop up and talk about these games today. I have a lot of good ones today. Shake Money, what's up, bro? What's up down in Miami, nigga? What's up, Shake Money? Hey, Shake Money, why don't you come on up, baby? Anybody wants to come up, let's go. I know Shake Money got money on the Dolphins today. Oh, okay. I know it's wrong. Give me a second. All right. Pop up the link because I did a monologue today. I killed the Chicago Bears for not even giving Deshaun Watson an interview. The typical white racist asses. And I'm gonna have a field day with them, like I did with Matt Patricia a couple of weeks ago, and he got fired. Him and that dumbass white ass GM. Theirs is coming. I love killing the white man, you know that, and theirs is coming. We'll have a field day with it. Good morning, Heifel. Everybody, all these fans today are pumped up. I hope they get their wish. Or if they do lose, they'll lose a tough one, fellas. But the defense was, and you know the scary thing. Let me talk about Miami for a quick second. The scary thing about Miami today, and Miami moving forward, they haven't even scratched the surface. Think about that, Dolphin fan. They haven't even scratched the surface. They haven't even scratched the surface. You're a Miami fan. That's a beautiful thing. That's a very beautiful thing. Beautiful day down there for all you Dolphin fans. It's going to be 80 degrees at kickoff and sunny. No rain in sight. So this will be a beautiful day for football. And I'll tell you guys something else. If you're a Miami fan, you should be very excited. Nobody in the national media is talking about this game. Why? It's two reasons. One, I think most people don't believe the Dolphins are going to win this game. Also, people are going to say that the Chiefs are getting ready for next Sunday's late game, which I will do in here, with Chiefs going to New Orleans. Breeze will be back next week. So that's a big part of it. I'm my first guess. Also, I think Patrick Mahomes, and I know Patrick Mahomes didn't mean to do it, but I think Patrick Mahomes saying that Tua is going to be, he's a good game manager right now, but he's going to be a great game manager, I think took off the luster too, which is good for Miami. Let everybody go to Cleveland tomorrow night, and focus on the Browns. This is a man I never had before on my platform. It's the first time I've had him. It's a pleasure to welcome him. Morning, Shake Money. How are you?
I'm doing good, man. How you doing?
I'm good. I'm good.
Yeah, man.
What do you think of the
There's
game?
another beautiful day in Zamunda.
Yeah, again, sir.
I said it's another beautiful day in Zamunda.
I feel you. How are you feeling about this game today?
I'm feeling good. I got my liquor on deck, just either to celebrate or to hide my pain. Either way,
That's
I
good.
got it ready to go.
Would you accept if they lost to 2017, but their defense shined today? Would you?
Yeah, man. Either way, man. I'm proud of how this team plays, man. And I'm proud. One of the things that I'm most proud of this team, the two best signings that Chris Greer, in my opinion, ever done was sign Marv Albert and Reggie McKenzie. That front office is just as stout as this defense, and I think it's very important that we're addressing the office and we're gonna sustain success. Hell yeah, I'll accept it because you know what? As long as we don't get blowed out, I'm happy. You know.
I'm here with the money maker, Shake Money, down in South Florida,
Oh
and
yeah.
uh, he's very proud of the Dolphins. I'm very proud of them too. I think there's a. I honestly feel that with the right picks next year in free agent signing,
Hmm.
they'll be the next dynasty of the NFL.
Oh yeah, for sure.
You know, people think I'm crazy about that statement, but I just see the pieces coming together slowly but surely. And you young guys like you guys deserve it. I mean, I saw the first dynasty when I was a child, and it was glorious. I think this going to be even more glorious.
I agree.
I think this defense is going to get better. Yeah, and it's not against Buffalo, who I think is damn good. And they will be the division will be tougher because the Jets will probably get Trevor Lawrence. I mean, and we uh, are going to get stronger. Buffalo is going to be a little stronger, and New England, if they lose out, will be in the top 10. They can move up a little and get back. They got a lot of picks, and the Patriots got over 100 million cap space. It's gonna be a good division, but I think Miami's gonna end up the best team, not only in the division, but the best team in the league next year. What they'll do with the in the playoffs, I don't know. But with the schedule they got, NFC South, AFC South, they don't have to travel to the West Coast next year. All their games are close next year. The cities are not far for them to travel.
Mm-hmm.
I think the farthest they will go is Cleveland. That's it. At Tampa, at New Orleans, at I believe they're at next year. They're going to be at Tennessee. No, they won't be. No, they'll go to Tennessee next year. So, um, looking forward to next year. What's up, great one, Devon? Why don't you come on up? Good morning, my friend. Almost the 11 o'clock hour on the East Coast. Um, I know it's kind of quiet, but I think as the morning goes on, uh, Dolphin fans will come in here. They're on other platforms talking about this game. Huge game. I mean, this is the biggest game. How old are you, kid?
For me,
Yeah.
I'm 42.
Oh, okay. So you saw the Marino era.
Yeah, of course.
So
My
this,
actually my favorite. What made me a diehard Dolphin fan was number 51, Brian Cox. Oh
there you go.
man,
The Hellraiser.
hell yeah. That's what made me hate the Buffalo even more. That's why I hate the Buffalo Bills.
I don't
Hey,
blame you.
ever since.
Well, you will agree with this one. As your boy Grit One Divorce said hello to you in the platform in the
Hey,
chat
tell
room.
myself what's up.
Um,
What's up, great one?
This is the biggest game in the Dolphins franchise since Pete Stoyanovich missed that kick in San Diego back in '94. That's
Mm-hmm.
how big this game is. I think for the fan base, especially the millennials and zillennials who never seen the Dolphins win anything, this is huge for them today. This is huge for us today. The older fan that just want to see our team great again. I'm so like calm because I've been waiting all week to do this show, and I'm doing it now. And what's up, Hourglass? Timothy Hourglass said, "What's up to you?"
Oh, tell myself what's happening, man. What's happening, Hourglass?
Yeah, this is big. This is huge. I mean, what more can you say? I
Hey, let me ask
mean,
you this off topic. You think, speaking of black coaches, how long do you think till Patrick Graham gets a shot? Because I think one of the reasons why he left Brian Flores was not only did he get a better position, but I think he wanted to escape the shadow of Brian Flores because no matter how good Miami's defense is, it's always going to be Brian Flores' defense. Now in New York Giants, it's his defense. It's not really Joe Judge's defense because he's not really a defensive guy. It's Patrick Graham's defense. I think he should get more credit for this defense than Joe Judge, in my opinion.
On the Giants?
Yeah, Patrick Graham.
Yeah, no, he used to be with us. He's the Giants DC now.
Yeah. What do you think of him getting a head coaching job? And he's a Yale guy too, so he's a smart guy.
Not yet. He got to still pay his dues. But Joe Judge ain't getting the credit for the defense. That's Patrick Graham. He's getting all the credit. I live here in New York. He's getting all the credit.
Okay,
And
that's good
plus,
to know.
Joe Judge is a special teams guy.
And he was a receivers coach too, so he
Yeah.
he has a good handle on the offense.
It's amazing how the first couple of Belichick guys were a disaster. But Vrabel, Flores, and Judge are doing it a different way. And I could tell you why.
Well, Vrabel technically he wasn't a Belichick coach. He was a Belichick player, but he wasn't a Belichick coach.
Yeah, but they give him a disciple. He coaches like Belichick, you know.
Yeah.
Were you gonna learn something from that clown, Bill O'Brien? Bill O'Brien, by the way, from Dolphin Nation, fins up, and you'll get a nice Christmas card from me. Oh boy. I'm looking. Yeah, Patrick Graham is getting his due up here, bro. They're
I'm
talking
glad to
Super
hear it.
Bowl. They're talking Super Bowl up here, bro.
I tell you what, if the Jets were smart, which they're not, they'd hire Patrick Graham as their next head coach.
I think the way Joe Judge got them playing, and the Giants, like the Dolphins, are going to get better. I
Mm-hmm.
think Joe Judge is there for a while. Looking at some of the storylines today. For the Chiefs, the storyline is if they win, they'll clinch a playoff spot. You know, Hourglass, you want to come up? Come up. Yeah, man. For those who are joining us now, I started at 10 minutes after 10 Eastern Time. Went through all the big games today, but big games. The games were blow I didn't even touch. I didn't even touch. No work, no use to even talking those games. And the guys who gambled, they'll be in here later on. But again, the big game today for a lot of us is in Miami today, in Miami Gardens, 103 kickoff, Dolphins Chiefs. And anybody wants to talk about that one, Tampa, Minnesota? I know the beautiful Sheila E. will be here and her Giants paraphernalia in a little while as her Giants play Kyler Murray today. Um, Buffalo and Pittsburgh, that's later tonight. That is your night game on NBC, which is going to be a hell of a game, in my opinion. But the Dolphins and the Chiefs. This is the big game
Let me ask
today.
you
Ask me whatever you want.
Where did you grow up, my brother? Where did you grow up?
New York, Bronx, New York.
Bronx. Okay. Can you imagine if they was to change the Bronx to, let's say, the Garden City or something like that? Would you ever call it the Garden City, or would you still call it the Bronx?
The Bronx. The
I'm
Garden City is already New Jersey.
just hypothetical for a sec. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Because it breaks my heart every time I hear the word Miami Gardens. Because I grew up down the street from the stadium, and it was when I was growing up, it was called Carroll City, and I will never call it Miami Gardens. I refuse to. Oh man.
Tua is already warming up as they're showing it live. He's warming up already on the field, throwing right-handed.
Who's that?
Tua.
Oh, nice. His brother throws
Yeah,
right-handed.
I'm looking at it right now. He's already on the field warming up Miami today at uh, Miami today at home against the Chiefs today. They're talking about the matchup. They're saying that the Chiefs um, uh, uh, the Chiefs are 24th in the NFL in red zone offense. Shocking. Miami
I
8
can
and
only
4.
imagine what New York is saying. So, what kind of hate do you get for being a Dolphins fan up there?
Well, Giant fans who are Giants blue, they like the Dolphins here. This is a big Dolphin town up here.
Oh, cool. What made you a
Here,
Dolphin fan, if you don't mind me asking?
say again.
I said, what made you a Dolphin fan?
Tell you in a second. Every week, the Jets and Giants were blacked out here, and they showed the Dolphins here every week. Or most weeks, they show the Dolphin games. And my mother is the big sports fan of the family, so
Oh, nice.
she liked the Dolphins. She's back. She's beginning to fall in love with the Dolphins again. Even though today they're playing her boy, Patrick Mahomes. And she knows I'll be rooting for Miami today. Um, but to answer your question, they were on TV every week, and I saw their two biggest games in the history of the franchise when they beat the Chiefs in overtime in '71. And then the week after they won their first AFC title, they, all right, Ian, they won their first AFC title game in '71. And I've been a fan ever since. My other team was Dallas at the time, but once they fired Tom Landry, I left Dallas. I can't stand Jimmy Johnson. So
Man, I bet you didn't like it when he was coaching the Dolphins.
no, I didn't. No, I didn't. No,
What do you hate about Jimmy Johnson?
too arrogant for me.
Yeah, he wasn't like Shula. Shula was a very humble guy. I mean, he wasn't arrogant. He's just level headed.
Flores reminds me of Shula a little bit. He's a hard ass. That's what I like my coaches to be. My way or the highway.
You know, what's funny is Mike Judge reminds me a lot of Bill Parcells too.
Joe Judge?
Yeah, Joe Judge. He's harder on the coaches than he is on the players.
Yeah. I was telling guys stories, but what I heard over the summer was if the practice for the position players did not look good, he make the coaches do gases.
Mm.
Well, yesterday this was pretty cool. Joe Judge did the gases instead of the coaches, and all the players jumped on top of him. The players are in love with him. He's another him, Flores, and Vrabel. The difference between those three and the other Belichick so-called disciples, the players love those coaches and play hard for them. Patricia, an asshole. McDaniels, an asshole. Who was another Belichick guy? I know there's one more, and that guy was an asshole.
I'm talking about the Texans guy.
Bill O'Brien, there you go, another asshole. Those three were
Yeah, he had an
assholes.
asshole.
These
It's
three
funny. He had an asshole on his chin.
yeah, these three guys who are coaching now from the Belichick tree, they're player friendly. And if you don't like being there, these guys will get rid of you. Not bad. Giants, Dolphins, Titans. Not bad at all. Good morning, Ian.
Gentlemen, what's good? Shake.
What's up,
What's
man?
good, homie?
Not much.
Man.
As always, good to see you, man. It is very good to
Oh
see
yeah.
you.
Oh yeah. Always, homie. You already know what time it is. Yeah, just getting ready for this game, man. I'm nervous. I ain't gonna lie to you, man. Uh, yeah, I'm nervous. Been walking on it. I've been on it, walking on eggshells all week.
Oh yeah, he
Oh
should
yeah.
be. Me,
Oh yeah.
I'm just can't wait for it. Interested to see what I want to see, which is Dolphins defense against their offense.
The reason why I'm nervous, it's not because of the Chiefs per se. I'm not afraid of the Chiefs, but like we talked about before, I think this is a huge game for the franchise. I think, and man,
Biggest
if we
game
can,
since Stoyanovich missed kick.
it's huge, and we can, man, I'm telling you, we can win today and and create. I mean, that'll be tons of momentum for the franchise, and
I agree with that. I
so
agree.
moving forward, and if we can get to the playoffs this year, and even moving into next offseason and next year, tell you, man, we can look back and say this game right here is when the Dolphins arrived. They officially arrived, in especially in the national media's eyes, and so
Yeah, and I'm
it's a huge
glad.
game, bro.
And I'm glad that the national media is downplaying this game.
Hmm.
They're all hyped up for Baker Mayfield and Lamar Jackson tomorrow night. Oh, the Ravens are back. Bullshit. Watch them get fucking ran out off the field tomorrow night by the Browns.
You think?
Yeah,
You think? Oh,
yeah.
okay. I
And
hear you.
one thing people don't realize too is this team is built like the New England Patriots right now. Their defensive and schematic wise.
Let me
And
do this while you talk.
the only reason the Patriots lost to the Chiefs was because they didn't have a quarterback that could put up points. They didn't have. If they ever had a quarterback like Tua, I think they would have beaten the Chiefs this year.
I agree, Shay. I agree 100%. That's what I was gonna say today. I want to see Tua. You know, I think Tua at different stretches since he became the starter. At times, Tua looked to be, it's like he was trying to rush things. You know what I mean? He didn't look settled to me, and especially even the first half of the first half of the game last week, he just looked like he was a second or two ahead of schedule. But he got settled in the second half, obviously, and they did a lot of things to settle him down schematically. So I'm looking forward. That's what I'll be paying attention to early on, how Tua looks. Because, like I said, a lot of it, man, he just looked, and a lot of that's just, it's just a natural process of a rookie, getting acclimated to the NFL game. And he just looked at times, and, not only last week, but, in other games this year, he just looked like he was just a second or two ahead of schedule. And a second or two ahead of the flow of the offense. And so hopefully Tua is settled early on, because that's going to bode well offensively for us, I think, as the game goes on.
Also, another thing too, you got I think I noticed in the second half, Tua finally is starting to take Ryan Fitzpatrick's advice. Even if he looks kind of close, just throw the ball. There's a chance that he might get it. You know what I mean? I think
Yeah.
he's starting to take a little bit more risks instead of being too conservative. He's finally letting the ball go and
Yeah.
giving the guys a chance to catch it.
Yeah, I agree too. I thought, he started trusting his guys, trusting his eyes more, because again, we talked about this before. Tua is just going to have to get these type of receivers are not what he's accustomed to seeing at Alabama. You know what I mean? So Tua, all the great quarterbacks adjust to the skill set of their receivers. So and Tua is no different. I said this, months ago. I said Tua is just going to have to get, he's just going to, he's just going to have to get adjusted to, Preston Williams, Devontae Parker, Mike Gesicki, all of them, and I think that's kind of what slowed his his developments, not slowed it down, but kind of delayed it. But that's natural though. That's any rookie transition to the NFL. So yeah, I did see a lot of that. I saw more consistency in the second half in that regard, last week. So again, hopefully he can build off that and hopefully, and then Chan Gailey, hopefully he can, uh, all of it is just not on Tua. Chan Gailey, the offensive line has to get more consistent up front. So it's a team, it's a collective effort. It's collective in terms of the consistency that the Dolphins need up front. So, but yeah, I'll definitely be paying close attention to how Tua looks early on. But I think this is going to be a statement game, though, to be honest with you.
What frustrates me about Chan Gailey's play calling, and I'm no offensive guy, but the thing about it is we got these fast running backs, Jakeem Grant. Last second half, he started doing more runs to the outside, which was smart because what happens is when you start running to the outside, you kind of leave the middle open up a little bit because they're trying to guard the perimeter. You know what I mean? And I think that's more smart than trying to run up the middle every 10 plays. I'm like, come on, do some sweeps. Like you have the type of guys that could that have that burst of speed that could just stretch the outside like nobody. You know what I mean?
I agree. Yeah, Miles Gas is gonna hurt though. I'm telling you now. That's a big blow. That he's not gonna be playing in this game because we all know how I feel about him as a player. But man, they're gonna have to find something. Yeah, and I think we'll see him. We'll see that wrinkle. Him at running back at times. I don't think he'll be deployed there primarily, but we'll see him sprinkled in here and there as a change of pace type of situation. But Miles Gas is gonna hurt, bro. I think Miles Gaskins, man, I'm telling you, I think he's the most complete at all of them. He might not be the faster than Breida, or he might not be as big as Washington, but he's just got a little bit of everything. And I think he's the most complete back that we have on this roster.
Yeah, so the only knock they had on Lynn Bowden was he wasn't able to pass block.
Yeah, that's the primary reason why I don't want him there. I don't want them to put him there primarily. Just sprinkle him in here and there on obvious running or him coming out of backfield and pass type situation. But it's gonna take all three phases to beat this team today. And yeah, man, I'm telling you, bro, if we can just get this one, if we can get it, it's gonna be nice. It's gonna be real nice.
Tell Jakeem get the clear
catch. We'll see.
What are your expectations today, Mace, from Tua Tagovailoa? Legitimate expectations.
I think he'll play well today. Remember, I'm one of the few people that I don't have a problem with him because what Patrick Mahomes said on Wednesday, I said a couple of weeks ago. And I had a platform up here, Dolphin guys, that you all know yesterday. And they did not like what Patrick Mahomes said about Tua, which I think was absolutely accurate what he said about Tua.
And I don't know why people look at that as a negative. Didn't you hear Patrick Mahomes say, bro, that you know how hard that is to do in your first year as a rookie? You know how difficult that is? He was like, bro, he said basically, I'm paraphrasing, but he said that he's basically light years of where he was coming into the league. Nobody's saying he's gonna be a game manager for 15 years.
No, he's gonna get better as time goes on. That's facts. The one thing that I wish I was there to see the Omar Kellys, the Adam Beasleys, their face when Mahomes said that to them in the press conference. Oh my God!
But I don't think Omar has consistently stated that about Tua at this stage. Patrick Mahomes, and again, I think they're running with when people say that about Tua right now. This particular day in 2020, they automatically make a 15-year projection off what they're saying Tua is right now, which is irresponsible to do that. I keep telling these people that. So what if what we want now, the best formula for the 2020 version of Miami Dolphins, we are in a division where we all know what's at stake. We don't necessarily need him to be throwing the football 40 times a game. We don't need that. Just get a discipline.
No.
We need him to be efficient on third down, and do not turn the ball over. That's what is required. That's what's needed for this team. So, and Patrick Mahomes, what he's saying about Tua is that he's so basically what it comes down to is discipline. And Tua, he was just highlighting how disciplined he is as a passer. And he said that
I said
that's not an easy thing to do.
I said that right after the Arizona game. I said, I've seen enough. I said, you can win big with this kid, but he's going to be a game manager under this coach. And I got a lot of pushback, a lot of backlash. And I said yesterday again when I had all these guys up here, and they gave me more pushback. And I said that, and I said this to Pete because he was really whining about it yesterday. And I told him, bro, that's your fault if you believe the hype. I mean, I could have told you I watched the kid on film. I'm fair about it because I used to hear you talk about him all the time. So I took a look myself. And in the Arizona game and last week in Cincinnati, that's where he's going to be. Because when you play that way, someone said it up here the other day, and then I ran with it. What he's going to be, in my opinion, he's going to be Troy Aikman.
I would love that.
His accuracy was on point. Mm-hmm. We got to get him as Michael Irvin, and we will in this next draft. And he will have the weapons and talent. I had the beautiful Insanity up here on Thursday, and she was terrific. And she said something I would never say. And I said this earlier in my monologue. She said that the Dolphins should draft a quarterback with one of their first round picks. And I didn't say nothing to her because this was her first time up here. My mouth dropped. And I was surprised she said that. And I said, why? And she said, because when we surround Tua with all the talent that he's going to need to win big, if he gets hurt, his replacement will come in and we won't miss a beat.
All due respect, I emphatically disagree with that.
I disagree with that too because I think it's going to be fine.
I'm a proponent of bringing in competition at every position, but not in the first round. No.
I was taken aback she said that.
No, that to me that makes no sense. If you're drafting a quarterback in the first, you draft 1 year and you come back and draft another one in the first round and the following year. Look at the shockwaves that the Philadelphia Eagles sent throughout their fan base, throughout their organization when they selected Jalen Hurts in the second round, let alone first. Look at the storm. Look at the shit.
The rest of the year too.
Yeah, look at the shitstorm that created. No, you don't do that. No,
I got one better. Look at Green Bay.
Yeah, but they said that kid's coming along pretty well. Rodgers is mentoring him well. And he has the talent. If there's anyone that's going to be closest to Patrick Mahomes, you wait till he's defined in 2022. You're going to see something nice.
But
Green Bay.
I want to point out something real quick. Number one, when Dolphins had Tannehill, they only drafted one quarterback, which was Brandon Dowden. In the 20 years that they've had Brady, Bill Belichick's drafted 9 quarterbacks, and they've gotten second round picks for most of them. So I don't think that's a bad idea.
I'm going to agree with EM. I'm going to go with EM. I'd rather fulfill our needs, and then maybe in the 4th round we take a good young rookie that slipped. I'll do that, but I'm not taking one with my first and second rounders.
But that's the thing. Here's the thing, Shay.
Same thing too.
Go ahead, Shay.
I'm saying the same thing too. You could draft the quarterback, but not so early. You could draft him in the 4th or 5th round.
Yes, she said.
Right.
She said.
That's what I'm saying.
First round. Yes.
The first round. That makes no sense to me. I mean, again, I'm about competition at every position. Tua Tagovailoa is not.
All due respect to her, I don't think when she said that and meant that it wasn't for competition. I think she was looking more like a person like I would be looking at it. If you drafting this kid, it's not to push Tua, it's to groom this kid just in case he does get hurt. That's the way she was looking
Well,
at it. I
no,
agree with that, but I wouldn't pick it in the first round.
But you know what the perception is going to be. You don't do that. If you're drafting a quarterback 1 year and then you turn around and follow it up. No, that's competition.
Yeah, but
First round pick.
If they pick
That's
one the same
competition.
round 4, that's going to be no competition perception wise because they're going to say, they needed one anyway because Fitzpatrick's not there anymore. He's going to be here next year, so you might as well pick one in the 4th round and let him groom.
Yeah. 4th round. Yeah,
that's
absolutely.
what I'm talking about. That's me.
Oh yeah. Okay.
I'm not eye test and Vinsanity because he agreed with eye test. That's what she said. That she should draft one in the first round. That seriously, my eyebrows raised when she said that. Because it's like me and you are the only ones that are supporting this kid. Everybody else is on red alert with this kid.
And it's ridiculous. You cannot live if you have that. Obviously, the Dolphins felt comfortable enough with this kid's medical. Obviously, they wouldn't have selected him at 5. So if the Dolphins are comfortable, you can't live in that world in fear of
no. They're not worried. The Dolphin fans not angry that he can get hurt. They're angry that he hasn't put up. What's this? 5 games he's played already.
Yeah,
he hasn't put up 15 touchdowns yet.
And that's even worse. And that's even. I'm sorry. That's even worse.
Pete, by the way, is the number 1 with that charge. About I'm not disappointed that he's disappointed that he's not seeing the numbers. And I told him, bro, it's not about the numbers. It's about chips, bro.
Who said that? Pete said that?
Oh yeah. Pete's down on him so much, bro.
I'm not gonna get my blood pressure up this morning. I want to be, I'm not gonna get. I want to watch the game and be in.
I think Tua plays very well today, especially with the weather. It's going to be 80 degrees, sunny, nothing. Just beautiful sunny weather in Miami. I think Tua's going to do well today.
I'm pleased with where Tua is at this stage of his development. I'm more than pleased with what we have.
Go ahead.
I know you know Harlem Globetrotters, right?
Mm-hmm.
I know you know the Harlem Globetrotters, right?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
That's what they're trying to expect Tua to be. They expect him to do all these no behind your pass. They expect him to do these highlight reels.
I agree. That's it. Like he does all the time. 2:00 highlights in the morning, 2 in the morning highlights on Sports Center.
That's that Sports Center highlight 2 a.m. Madden Ultimate Team mentality, bro.
I laughed at that yesterday. I was killing them up here, bro, because Laurel, my boy Laurel, asked me when I trade for Watson. I told him, bro, I'll give you all 2 picks. I said I'll give him their 2 picks back. And Tua, you give me Watson, I'll win the next 4 Super Bowls in Miami.
Well, you know something?
Guys, your boys, Esteban, all these guys were on the platform. Dwayne, they stayed quiet. And then they started making these excuses. Oh, remember the salary cap? I said, fuck the salary cap. Great franchises, when they have a chance to win and dominate, they do it. And you will have a quarterback that just turned 25 years old next week with cap space and draft picks to fucking build it. I said, we'll start being a dynasty next year. And then Dwayne and Esteban, Pete won. I said, no. If the Texans want their 2 picks back and Watson out, and you give me Watson back for it, I'll do it. And we'll win 4 straight Super Bowls.
I'm gonna tell you this, bro. I mean, that's hard to argue. That's hard to debate. I love
keep our first 2 picks, bro. We don't have to give that up. Oh, I'll make that deal.
I love me.
Hey, take what, Mace. I do it even better. I do it better, Mace. I'll give them our picks. I'll keep their picks because their picks are higher. I'll give them our picks.
No, I'll give them their picks.
And our second.
I'll give them. You know why? I'll give them their picks back because we're winning Super Bowls immediately.
It's hard to debate that. Deshaun Watson he is on another level right now.
There you go, bro. And he's going to make our players even better because he's like Tua. He's a champion.
Yeah.
He's like Tua.
Yeah, that's a difficult one right there. We all know how I love me some Tua Tagovailoa, but
You know that.
Deshaun Watson is on another level, and
Oh,
I'm
EM, he
telling you,
had
if
to
that
be up here yesterday. The excuses. Fucking
uh,
big man, fucking Pete was whining. Esteban, I'm like, you gotta be out of your effing mind. If you don't think you're gonna start winning Super Bowls immediately with Deshaun Watson.
yeah,
Immediately.
immediately, yeah. If we had Deshaun Watson immediately, we're in the two
We
or
get
three
to the championship
conversation.
game this year.
Oh yeah, no, bro, I'm telling you now, if we had Deshaun Watson with this defense, come on, man, we could really. I'm talking about two or three in the entire NFL because
Facts.
look at this roster, and you insert Deshaun Watson as a starter. Who can we can match up with anybody?
I think
Absolutely
when
anyone.
when they hear that coming from your mouth, you're gonna floor them, EM. You're gonna
I'm
floor
telling,
them.
and I've talked about this privately with people. Deshaun Watson, bro, I'm telling you, this first and see, you remember last year. Remember last year when and it turned out to be well, it was nothing was ever confirmed, but there was chatter going on about the Dolphins possibly giving up the fifth overall pick to Houston to the Texans for Deshaun Watson. Remember those conversations?
I
Now
remember that.
again,
Yep. And he was
nothing was
riding
ever
around with
confirmed.
walking gear on. Yep, I remember that.
Yeah, nothing was ever confirmed. But if we can go back in hindsight, if we knew Deshaun Watson was going to look like this year, oh, I love Tua,
I
but
know you
damn,
do. These
I love
guys.
Tua, but damn, Deshaun Watson is ridiculous.
And
He
then
is.
Aro thought about it because at first he said he would take the deal. And then he thought about it again. He said, give me your picks. I said, I'll do it, bro, because I know I'll have 4 chips to 0 for Houston, bro.
Yeah, I must agree. Deshaun Watson on this roster, we can match up with anyone,
In the
anywhere,
planet. Yep.
anytime,
And then we'll
anywhere.
take over because we're getting more talent infused as we move
Mm-hmm.
on. And that's what
Mm-hmm.
these Dolphin fans don't get, bro. They really, and
Mm-hmm.
it's sad, but they're putting all their hopes on Tua Tagovailoa. That's not fair on Tua, bro. Because what I see of Tua and what I like about him is what I've been talking to you about. I love he has the it factor. I think the only other quarterback, I think Russell Wilson has it, Mahomes has it, and this is very good company I'm putting them in, and Aaron Rodgers has it. After that, nobody else.
Mm.
Nobody else. Seriously, nobody. I think Kyler Murray will get it, but Arizona's got to hit home runs in this year's draft for Arizona to get where they really want to be. But Tua has it already. You can just look at it
Mm-hmm.
and tell. He's 4-1 already as a starter. Really?
Mm-hmm.
And he hasn't even scratched the surface.
Mm-hmm. I'm
If I,
happy. I'm more than happy with Tua as far as where he is at this stage
I
of
am
his
too.
development.
I don't
I'm
even.
pleased.
I don't even complain about him. That's how impressed I am of him.
And you know something? Let me say this, Mace.
Talk, go ahead, buddy.
Shay. You get
Jay,
all of these
I need
people. You get all of these people that put these unrealistic expectations on Tua. Well, they expected him to be coming out throwing 4 or 5 touchdowns a game. Think about this for a minute. Again, Peyton Manning set the rookie record for 25 touchdowns in a season, and he threw also 20. He set the rookie record for interceptions that same year, right? So I don't understand, and that's historically. No rookie quarterback has ever done that. So the fact that these people are putting these unrealistic expectations on Tua, oh man, I'm telling you, man, it really is unfortunate because it's putting unnecessary pressure on this kid. And he reads, he frequents social media just like everybody else. So he sees the comments, the question marks. Oh, we should have got Herbert. We should not have drafted Tua or whatever. He sees that just like we do. And as a fan base, I'm telling you, I've told several individuals. We all know it's on tape. It's just really it's irresponsible, and it's just again, people need to get out of that 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 Madden Ultimate Team type of mentality, that casual fans mentality, because no other quarterback in the history of the NFL has done that. That come out throwing 4 touchdowns every single game. It's ridiculous, and it needs
I
to
agree
stop.
with you, and I'll go a
It's
step further.
ridiculous.
I remind guys up here who are pissed off and what I see around other platforms. This is not the SEC. This is the NFL. Not every one of your draft picks are number 1 picks. Yeah, he had those 5 receivers, 3 in the pros now, 2 will be in the first round next year. Maybe we should take one of those receivers for him. That said, this is the NFL. And in my opinion, he lucked out that he's on a team that's already winning. With him, they're winning.
And Mace, let me throw this one at you as well.
Yeah.
You remember how Tua was the most hyped, right? If Tua was the most hyped, Chase Young was like 1B in terms of hype, right?
Yes.
They hyped this dude, generational talent, generational this. This is the next Lawrence Taylor, et cetera, et cetera, et cetera. Has that dude come on and lit the league on fire? No,
he is now.
hasn't.
He is now.
He's playing well, but he has. If you're going based off hype now, if the expectations that these people put on Tua, why aren't they applying that same type of expectation on Chase Young? Does he have 18 sacks? Is he leading the league in sacks? No.
But he is.
And I tell you what, he's playing on a good defensive line too.
He is, but he has helped the resurgence of the Redskins.
What's that, Shaq? What you say, homie?
I said, and he's playing with a good D line, so it's not like he's doing all the work.
He's playing. Every other player on their D line is a first round pick that he's playing with, right?
Yes.
Every other player that he's playing with is a first round pick.
All I know is that, all I know when I look at Chase Young, he's balling.
But he is playing well. But Tua is playing. What I'm saying, here's my point.
I know what you're trying to say.
People are putting these expectations because of the hype now, right?
And also Tua is a quarterback, and everybody saw him play every week in big games. That's why. I mean, Tua. I didn't realize this till I saw the documentary on him. I didn't realize how big of a phenomenon he is nationally until I saw that documentary. Tua is like this. This is how Tua is. Nothing against Herbert and nothing against Joe Burrow. But as their careers go on, in my opinion, only one of them is going to be winning. And that's obvious. Okay. And as Miami goes with him at the helm, see, the national fan, let me put it this way, the national fan, they look at Tua as a phenomenon and a winner. The Miami fan looks at him as Jesus. And he hasn't lived up to that, to their minds.
I don't.
That's the difference.
I want to be clear about that. I don't call him the left arm of God. No, I don't do that foolishness.
The national Tua fan that saw him in college and is pulling for him, they see him 4-1. They say, yeah, that's Tua. He's a winner. That kid's a winner. America loves winners, and Tua's a winner. That's why he's a phenomenon. Not because of the numbers he put up. It's because he's a winner. Well, he has the it factor. But to the Miami fan, yo, I don't see shit. What is he doing? I don't see nothing. Oh, he's a game manager? Oh, man, that's bullshit. We were sold a bill of goods. That's how a lot of the Dolphin fans, Esteban knows this, Shake Money, that's how a lot of Dolphin fans look at Tua, that they were sold a bill of goods. That's how they look at him. They don't see what they thought they were going to see.
All I'm saying is, like this hype narrative, the expectation of Tua, because of him being hyped so much, why aren't they applying that same expectation to Chase Young? Based off hype, Chase Young should already have 15 sacks right now. He should be leading the league in sacks right now.
He should be Chase Young's a little different. Chase Young's a little different. He went to the Redskins. No one expected nothing from the Redskins. People felt that Tua can help the Dolphins get better, and they have. And he's a part.
I saw Chase do some in that Pittsburgh game that he
Chase
wasn't
is no
showing.
joke, bro. I'm telling
No,
you.
No,
he was
nobody's saying he's
suspect
not.
against a run. Against a run, he was suspect. There was just so many times he'd get taken out of the play. He wasn't good getting through traffic. If he's got to get through traffic to get a tackle against the run game, he's not that good, man.
But he's
And
there for sacks, bro.
so
And
yeah,
he'll get as his career goes on and
but
that
when you
defense get better,
But
he's gonna be
but when
fine.
when you're talking about rookie success, he hasn't had a more successful rookie season than Tua, bro.
he
I mean,
hasn't. He has not. He has not.
he looks good. Don't
So,
get me wrong, man.
I
He
think
looks
you
good,
guys
but
are not looking closely, bro.
see, you know what? Hey, listen. All I'm saying is, listen. I'm not
Oh my
saying
God! Here's
Chase.
the
Listen.
Tua support again by my man, right?
Mace. I'm not saying Chase Young is not playing. I'm not saying he's playing bad, but I'm talking about based off the hype that these people are using to minimize what Tua has done this year. Why are they not applying that same pressure on Chase Young? If Tua was hype, the most hype player, Chase Young was one. Tua was 1A, he was 1B. I mean, everybody named Mama was calling for Chase Young.
You don't think Joe Burrow was hyped a little bit more than Chase Young?
Oh no!
Because if that was the case, Chase Young would have went one, and Tua will. I mean, this guy went two. And let me go a step further. If Tua never got hurt, Tua was no one picking the draft.
Yeah, I mean, I would agree, but no. I think Chase Young and Tua were the two most hyped players of the last season.
According to Heifel, Cal Van Noy is out today.
Oh, no way.
Let me do it.
next man up. But man, it just seems like it's getting harder and harder for. I hadn't heard anything on their side, man. As far as like
Chiefs are healthy for this game, by the way.
Hey, let me ask you all this real quick. You think the Chase Young's hype was due to the success of Nick Bosa and Joey Bosa?
Oh,
remember, Nick Bosa missed the whole year last year. He got hurt in week 2.
Listen, Chase, Shay, I'm not saying that that didn't help, but that definitely helped Chase Young. But in fairness to him, I mean, he did put up the statistics. I mean, he had an obscene pressure rate that college football hadn't seen in a long time. I think probably ever. So I think it was a combination of both. His production on the field and the Joey Bosa and Nick Bosa hype. And I'm not, again, so people don't start misquoting me and saying I'm trying to say that Chase Young is not a good player. No, he's performing well. But again, like I said, people are using this narrative, this hype narrative, to minimize what Tua has done for the Dolphins when they're not applying that same pressure, considering if you're going by the hype of these two players is ridiculous.
Did y'all hear what Mike Tomlin told Chase Young in the game?
What did he tell him?
He told him, he said, man, you look good as a player. He said the only way you get a player like you in the draft if you lose 14 or 15 games. He was like, and I ain't trying to lose 14 or 15 games. He said, but we will play against you. You know what I mean? I love that mentality from Tomlin to say something like that, man. He just doesn't have it in him to tank or purposely lose just to get a draft pick, bro. He's always in it to win it. I feel that Flores has the same mentality, though. You know what I mean? Like we're in this season, we're in this season. We're 8-4, man. But he's playing to win every game, bro. I mean, even if we get into the playoffs, whatever seed we have, man, we're not going just to show up, man. If we get into the playoffs, Flores is going to win, man. He's going to win.
I'll get back to the Dolphins in a little bit. Hey, baby girl, good morning.
Hey, good morning, everybody on the panel.
Good morning.
I'm not going to stay long. I have to go shopping, so.
You ready to go shopping?
I'm a woman of my word, so I just jumped on.
How are you today? Well, how was your beauty sleep?
I'm blessed.
Yeah, you look great today. You really do. 60 degrees down here at kickoff and sunny, so it'll be all right for the game. The weather's going to be perfect.
I know.
I said it earlier this morning. I like the Giants today. The defense is ridiculous. They should win this game. They're going to put pressure on Kyler Murray. That's the Arizona quarterback. So you guys are looking real. The Giants are looking real good right now.
We was first started. It wasn't a good start, but I think we're doing pretty good, So like I
You're doing
said,
great.
next season will be pretty good.
And down here, they're treating the Giants like this is 2007, 2011 again. I don't know about that. Next year maybe, but I don't think this year. But they'll win the division.
Leave
And I think they'll
my
win-
team alone.
And I think they'll win a playoff
I
game. at
love
home.
my Giants.
I know you do, girl. Getting ready for the Rangers.
Yes, but
Yeah, I know you love your Rangers.
yes.
I know you love your Rangers, baby.
Matter of fact, I was getting my stuff out now. Because after the Super Bowl, I put all my Giant stuff up. So I was getting all my Rangers stuff out in my basketball. I'm gonna change this and then I'm going to my basketball gear later on today.
Yeah, I'll give you updates of that game after 5 o'clock. The Nets and the Wizards today in Brooklyn today.
Okay.
No doubt, baby. You'll get that. And
I appreciate it.
oh yeah, I told you, baby. I got you. You support me, I support you.
That's right.
The Giants look good. So you got a good squad, promising.
I know.
So
we doing it. We trying. We coming back.
do you guys still have another game with Washington?
No, they swept Washington already.
Oh, y'all swept Washington. Oh, okay.
The division is theirs. I would say go 2-2. They'll win the division outright. Which, from where they started, and I used to kill them, man, honey. I used to say they were worse than the Knicks. I was wrong.
Let me ask y'all a question. How y'all think the coach Joe doing this year for the Giants? How y'all think he doing?
I had somebody up here. Oh, it was Shake Money. Go ahead, Shake Money. Tell them what you think of Joe Judge.
Give me a feedback.
Go ahead, Shake Money.
I think he's like another Bill Parcells as he's making the coaches accountable. He knows that it's all about coaching up your players. You know what I mean? You got to develop players. You just can't. They don't come out of college already developed. You got to make them into what they are, just like they're doing in Miami. So I think he's going to be a great head coach.
Okay.
Big
like Bill
Boss.
Parcells, you'll love this guy.
That's your answer, Big Boss.
Because I thought so too. I said, let me get somebody feedback. I think he doing a pretty good job.
Dwayne, what you think? Joe Judge.
Good morning, everybody. What I think about Joe Judge is he won over his team when he decided to bench Andrew Thomas. And since that time, he's been consistent with his message, and him and Patrick Graham have done a very good job, not outstanding, but a very good job with the defense. They've held on to a consistent message as far as not asking Colt McCoy to do too much, lean on the defense. And I think that from that Andrew Thomas incident on, that's what saved him from being one and done. Because he was on his way to being one and done, and he's righted the ship as far as a coach is concerned, and he'll be back. Although I didn't think that he deserved to get the job to begin with, but since he's gotten the job, he's done enough to keep the job for one more year. I don't think he's going to be in a dead man walking situation next year, especially when you think that he's done this much without Barkley for a considerable amount of time and losing Daniel Jones for 2-3 games. So, Sheila E., I think you have a good coach. I think that next year will tell whether you have an outstanding coach.
And let me piggyback off of something Dwayne said. Another reason he got the locker was when he fired the Colombo, the O-line coach, and said, "Look, I'm going to hold the coaches the same way I hold the players." So once he fired him and put in Dave, I can't pronounce his last name. I think
Giuliano.
people knew he was for real. He's like, you know what? I'm holding everybody accountable.
Yeah. I mean, there are things that you're supposed to be responsible for, and then there are things you're supposed to be accountable for. When you start holding people accountable for what they're supposed to be responsible for, that sends a message to the team, to the players that, hey, I have to be responsible for my block, for my assignment, and it permeates throughout the team and the organization.
Satisfied with that?
I can't believe there were so many people that was banging the table for us to select Andrew Thomas over Tua. How'd that turn out?
we'll get back to him in a couple minutes, but I just want to say
How'd
this.
that turn out?
I don't know. I don't know a whole lot about the Giants. I just know that they were on a downward trajectory for like the past 2 years, and now they're going the opposite direction. They're trending upward. They're trending upward, but the thing that stands out to me is that the culture, something about the culture of that team. It's almost like like failure is not an option for too long. You know what I mean? Some teams go to the gutter and they stay there. Cleveland, Cincinnati. The Giants seem to be that team. Even the Jets, bro. The Jets garbage. Like as a franchise, the culture. The Giants just kind of seem like a team like that a fan of that team can be proud of, bro. In all honesty, like for them to just be where they're at now in the position that they're in.
You happy with
that's just my take.
that, sweetie?
Well,
Happy about that, sweetie?
you never.
Sheila, you happy with all this Giant love you're getting up here? Sheila, you hear me?
Okay,
I said you happy. I said, sweetie, you happy with all this Giant love you're
I
getting up here?
appreciate it because I just wanted some feedback because I knew we was coming back. And my brother here, like my nephews, they're all Cowboy fans, and it was like, oh, y'all sucks and stuff. And I was like, no, because you got to realize we were getting a lot of new guys. So they wasn't really, knowing each other, knowing their weak spots, their strong spots. Our defense was sucks, and just different things. I said, once we get together, I think we're going to be all right team. So now we really showing people.
Should be proud.
You know what I'm saying? Like I said, next season going to be a good season for us.
Oh yeah, next year you're going to be even better. The quarterback will be a year better. You're going to have a better draft. The division's very winnable. It'll just be you and the Redskins next year. Maybe Philly will get their act together with Jalen Hurts next year. Dallas, I don't count because that's a disaster. So next year you can start thinking about going deep in the playoffs. How's that?
Well,
let me ask y'all a question about how y'all feel about Barkley. Be honest.
Gets hurt too much, baby girl. You know that. Every year he's been in the NFL, he was hurt. First year he missed 4 games. Second year he missed half the season. This year he missed the entire season basically. He gets hurt too much. This number 22 destroyed Seattle last week. I would seriously consider maybe moving him in and bringing Saquon off the bench because 3 years of injuries. No, I can't tolerate that.
That's really.
Let me say something real quick. Deshaun Watson, his first 2 years, he had season-ending injuries, and he's just fine. I think.
Really? He didn't discuss Deshaun Watson yesterday up here. He was a hot topic. His first year he get hurt. He didn't get hurt his second year.
Yeah, 2 years he got hurt.
Did he miss the whole season?
Yeah, he tore his ACL.
His second year?
Yeah.
Here in practice. Remember he went down in practice and missed the whole year?
Year.
And people are being hard on Tua right now, man. That's what, man. I wanted to say something about Saquon though. Well, it's just a shame with all those injuries because his body type, he's a big dude. You think he'd be durable, bro? Like his body type, he's so big. He's a big back, man, and I love backs like that. I would love to have selected him in the draft, but
Question
the way
is, what if the Giants they do put him on the block, and if you're Chris Greer, do you entertain that trade? And
Nah,
if you do, at what price?
I wouldn't touch him at
What-
all, bro.
whatever benefits the team, bro.
Touch him, bro. Let's say it again. First year, 4 games. Last year, 8 games. This year, 15 games. Are you fucking serious?
Well,
Healthy Saquon Barkley, bro. I'm telling you now, he would transform this offense.
And I'm pretty
Absolutely transform it.
I will
That kid
if the Giants put him on the block, I will say half the league will inquire about him. I will give him that much.
well,
You got to go to the doctors, man, and whatever the doctors tell you,
You trust the doctors though with their history?
man.
But look at our history in terms of like players ever since Flores has got here. Whatever they're doing from a medical perspective, look at the players that had quote unquote durability concerns that for the most part they're no longer a huge factor now.
Yeah, I will say this to agree with you. It's mighty funny how once Flores has gotten here, things have changed a lot for the better. I can't even deny that. But getting back to the sweetheart's question,
Sheila E. I'll say this: Mr. Barkley, he great talent. He needs to stay on the field more, like they said. But I would be hoping that your team would be looking at drafting more offensive line talent to help him and Daniel Jones progress.
they're gelling right now.
I mean, if they don't seriously think about using their next 2 picks, their first and second round pick on offensive line, then they're kidding themselves, because you need to have those trenches strong, and that offensive line still has some holes, still allows too much pressure on Jones. And if you can get the right road grader type guard to accentuate Andrew Thomas, and I heard EM talk about, well, do you want Andrew Thomas now? Offensive tackles, you got quarterback, you got cornerback, and you got offensive tackle. Those are the 3 hardest positions to transition from college to rookie. So don't write him off just yet. I'm not an Andrew Thomas, apologist or fan, but by the same token, I'm not ready to write off that type of physical capabilities after just 1 year.
Yeah, I don't want to write him off. I'm just saying, I'm coming from the perspective of people are so quick to write Tua off now, and clearly these people that were banging the table to select Andrew Thomas over Tua. What I'm saying is, well, what player at this point has turned out to be the better player at their respective positions? And that's clearly Tua Tagovailoa. That's all I'm saying.
Wow. I mean, don't get me wrong, brother. You know me and you are on the same page. But my friend, let the other guys alone, man. I mean, our problem, I know that you feel the way you do about your man, but yo, I don't worry about Andrew Thomas. That's the Giants' problem. I don't worry about Chase Young, even though I think Chase Young is a beast. Let the Redskins enjoy him. All I'm worried about is this quarterback, the way he's going to play moving forward. Hopefully he'll get the chips that we want to see.
I agree. I agree. I don't focus on other teams for the most part, but all I'm saying is, I all my attention is devoted to our team, bro, for the most part.
Yeah, I'm just telling you to relax, big guy, because we're going to win big. Don't worry about it. For the fools who want this guy to throw 5 touchdowns every week, that's their loss.
Damn, Van Noy and Landon Robinson's out today, bro. Oh man.
Yeah, don't
Boy,
worry
I
about
can't.
it.
Ugh.
I can't wait till tomorrow.
Yeah, he got the chips.
Hey Sheila, how far back
We
you
not
go as a
worried about
fan,
it.
Sheila?
What's up, Beasley?
How far back you go
What's
as a
going on?
Giant fan?
Hi, Diddley. Dave.
Hey,
Sheila, how far you go back
Thank
as
you
a
guys
Giant
for the
fan?
feedback, because my son-in-law was saying the same thing too. So yeah.
Hey Sheila, how
Baby
far
girl,
you
how
go
long
back
you
as
been?
a Giant fan?
Today.
He wants to know how far you been since. How long you been a
Probably
Giants
about 9 years.
fan? Okay, decade. Yeah.
9.
Super
Okay,
Bowl. That would be Super Bowl
so
46.
you know that you've seen the formula for success for the Giants. They've always had
Yeah.
a strong pass rush from their front four, their front line, and they've always been able to run the ball effectively. When they've had success, that's their formula. They don't necessarily come with a blitz a lot. They come with just the 4-man rush, and you have that 4-man rush now, capability now. You just need to get the offensive line tight, and you'll have some success. Hopefully, you'll see the Giants and Dolphins in Super Bowls in the coming years, and we'll see how the chips fall.
Thank you for the input.
You feel good about your team today, baby?
Yeah, I do.
You should win today, really. I mean,
I like when we can put a smile on somebody's face.
I think they're a lot better defense and offensive line than he gives them credit for what I saw last week in Seattle. But again, I've said this all week. I'll say it again about the Giants. Give them a hell of a lot of credit because to me, they was the abominable snowman beginning the first half of the season. And now, since they got robbed against Tampa Bay, it's amazing how the Giants are coming strong and Tampa Bay is beginning to crumble. Fascinating. And I love Minnesota today at Tampa. That's one of my picks as a lock today. So what you buying at the store, baby girl? What you
We're
buying
going
at the market?
we're going shopping. Trying to look for my grandson some Clarks. I had bought him some in Connecticut. They don't have none around here, so we gotta go Connecticut and then Jersey. So just
Wow,
finished
that's
up
a lot of
early,
driving. Wow.
No, we're not far. I'm not far from Jersey.
Oh, okay.
Connecticut,
I
like
know what
2
you're
hours.
talking about, baby. I know what you mean. I ain't gonna go there, but I know what you mean.
Well, I'll be
That's-
shopping. I was where you was at last week. I was in Fordham Road.
There you go. And you went to Off Avenue?
Yeah.
What
Matter of
type
fact,
of
my daughter was down there. She just got back. And my brother, he have a brownstone in Manhattan, so she
Nice.
stayed down there with him last night. And she just got up, came back
Nice.
this morning.
Nice.
And,
Yeah.
So I told her, I said no. I had to come online because I promised you I was gonna come up. So I want to keep my word. So.
And I appreciate you
You
coming,
gonna
baby.
be on later too?
I'll be on after 4:00. I'll be on till like 9.
Okay. So
I'll see you then, baby. Thank
all
you
right.
for
And
your
y'all
love.
guys have a blessed day.
And
Thanks
wish
for
all
the
you guys
input.
luck.
I appreciate it. And,
I appreciate you, baby girl.
always
Have a
a
good day.
pleasure.
Good luck to
Okay.
Go Big Blue, baby.
Okay, that's
Mm.
right. Bye-bye.
Have fun, baby. Hope they're gonna win today. Don't worry about it.
I know that's
And I
right.
promise you,
Bye.
when they win today, I will give you a wrap up. I'll give you what happened in the game as a post game wrap up. Okay? Promise.
Okay.
All right, baby. Have a good day.
Bye-bye.
Bye bye.
Okay.
Love you. The great Sheila E. Everybody. Dwayne, I was talking to your sweetheart last night after the show. It was fascinating. I'll talk to you about that later. But right now, let's get to business. Tony Romo's talking about the game now. It's gonna be 80 at kickoff in Miami today. Beautiful blue skies, sunny, no rain. So Um, they're talking about Tua versus Mahomes right now on CBS in the pregame show. Ian, I know how you feel, bro. You have to like push down the haters now, or more the crybabies who expect so much about this game. By the way, CBS believes the big matchup is Hill versus Howard. I disagree. I think it's Kelsey versus Eric Rowe. But my question to you, my friend, how big do you think our defense will show up this afternoon?
I think, man, well, before the announcement of Calvin Noy and Orlando Roberts not playing, I felt that we matched up, well against Kansas City's offense. I didn't think before the announcement of these two players being out, I didn't think Kansas City would be able to run the ball particularly well against us. But damn, but now that they're not playing, I mean,
You're welcome, Shook Money. Thank you for coming up.
I'm trying to figure out what the Dolphins are going to do because, we all know the deficiencies that we have when teams opt to run the ball against us when we're caught in a nickel or in dime type of personnel. You know what Andy Reid is going to do now the fact that those two players are not playing. So you can expect a heavy dose of Clyde Edwards-Helaire today. You should. Man, I just don't know how that's going to be extremely difficult. But
Miami, by the way, they're talking about it right now. They are tied for the most dominant wins by a team. I told you guys this week. When was the last time you saw a Dolphin team when they get into the fourth quarter, they don't even break a sweat because the game is already over? So that's good for Miami. They're there with Green Bay and the Ravens as they're all tied for the most wins this year. 6 wins over 10 points or more. Good for them.
Jerome Baker, you're going to see a heavy dose of Jerome Baker today. And if I'm Andy Reid, I'm looking to immediately try to exploit that down the middle of this on the interior of this linebacking core. If I'm Andy Reid, and oh man, those are two huge blows with our run defense. But
yeah,
man, that's difficult. That's difficult.
Well, I think field position is going to be part of the game plan, in my opinion. That's I mean, at least get some first downs if you're not going to be able to put something in any points on the board, man, and just pin them back as far as we can when we have, when you're going to be missing key personnel like that. I wonder how they're going to scheme for this. But I'll tell you this though, if we're going to miss any by position, any players, I would rather have it at linebacker than in our secondary, any of our secondary in this game. I think you could possibly still have some similar success with your defense when you're missing a linebacker opposed to corners and safeties in this game. So all is not lost, man. We just still have to be positive, bro.
What personnel are missing from the defense?
Van Noy and Roberts, linebackers.
Oh, okay.
I'm going to be looking early on.
I was going to Aaron.
I mean, who do you play at this point on the interior if you're Miami? Other than Jerome Baker, I mean, who do you have left? Calvin Munson? That scares me. He's
Sam Eguilon. We still got him, man. He's not too bad.
Too. Yeah.
I look at Miami as right now. I know his next man up. Yes, he sure is. Yeah, no, she got a man, Dwayne.
Well, look. This is the way I see it, though. You know, these
Yeah,
guys are sitting on the bench all year, bro, and this is a big game against the champions, bro. Bro, what better game to make a statement in if you got to step up, bro, and next man up type mentality? You know what
by
I
the
mean? This
way,
is where you make your name, bro. This is where you make your name.
Phil Sims and Coach Coward, they believe Miami's going to play man to man, and I think so too. I've been saying that for the last 2 weeks because I think right now the way they have played defensively, the Dolphins, I believe, one thing they will show very early in this game, they will match up player to player with the Chiefs, player for player. And Boomer and Size, he can say all the stupid shit he wants about, oh, they played the Jets and they played Cincinnati. Motherfucker, they've been doing it all year long. Keep your mouth shut. That just proves what a lot of people say. A lot of these networks, they don't watch the games. They only watch the marquee teams. You know damn well that I could tell you that the Dolphins on defense today for that coach, they're gonna play a man to man, a little, somewhat in the game to prove their points. And again, win or lose, if Miami holds them to 20 or 17, they would have done the mission accomplished.
I would agree.
I'm not even
I
worried
would
about
agree.
New England next week, fellas. I think the Raiders will be tough, but I'm not worried about New England next week. If all they can do is run with Cam Newton and some bullshit, we should be able to stop that next week. Our secondary is too strong now. This is not going to be the same Dolphin defense Belichick played in week 1.
I could see us getting a couple of interceptions, at least one in that game, because Cam can't throw.
I could
He
say
cannot
2.
throw.
I'll say 2. Because us against them, it's like a mirror image of them that said we have a lot more talent. I'm not
So,
worried.
we getting close to the game, man. Do
We
y'all
are
want to win this?
exactly.
Do you want to win this game, Mace? Like, how do you feel? Like, in all honesty, like, do you
I've
want to
been
win?
saying
Like,
it
what do
the
you?
last couple of weeks, man. If they can show that their defense is on the rise, like I believe it is, and EM think it's here already, I'm happy because EM said this the other day, and I'm gonna let him elaborate. He says he's happy already that they've won 8 games, and any Dolphin fan that you love the team, like EM says, you love the logo more than you do the player. You should be very proud of this football team.
Well, I heard this morning they're actually ranked number 2 in the league, the second best defense
Yeah, I just saw that.
overall.
I forgot to tell you guys that. Yeah, he's right. They have the second best defense. They only give up 17 points a game, which is unheard
They
of in today's wide
they
open
are
football.
they're second in terms of points given up, but they're number 1 in third down efficiency. So they're
Yeah.
1 and 2. They're 1 and 2 in the 2 most important statistical categories. Those are the 2
I had
most important statistics,
I had
in my
Dusty in
opinion.
here, and he was getting on me about what phases of the game this team has. I said, already got the defense and special teams locked up. We'll get the offense going next year. I'm not worried about it. Like I tell you guys, relax. It's coming. It's coming. Relax. The most important person in our franchise is Chris Greer. Because he's going to have to pick the holes that EMCs, I see, because we see similar holes in this team, but we get it filled, we're ready to go big time. He has to make that move.
Well, you know, this could be a statement game for Tua, possibly. You had deficiencies on the defense, and the offense is going to have to pick it up, man, in
Oh, they
this
have
game.
to, bro, because unless our defense is balling, I think they will. I'm telling you, they're going to play hard for this coach. Telling you.
I mean, and also when you talk about rookie of the year, all these rookies that have performed well, we still got 4 games with Tua, man. He still got his chance to throw his name in the hat, bro.
I don't see
We
it.
still got 4 games, man.
Big numbers and Flores ain't gonna let him do that.
Well, I mean, I think
Well-
he's already. I mean, he should. I mean, he's already in. He's got enough statistics, I think, to be considered to be in a conversation.
Yeah,
I mean-
but to actually win, I think he still has a shot.
Going to
Because I mean,
ain't gonna get
his
him.
his numbers are good. His accuracy is good.
All
So
the Dolphins need to do is go 2-2. They'll make the playoffs.
If he wins out, I mean, if he
wins out, that's a whole different story. Yeah,
I
they
think he
give his
wins.
12-4. Yes, he'll win Rookie of the Year. Yeah, offense. Yeah, he'll win. If they finish 12-4, yeah, I can't argue that.
Mhm.
But I'm being realistic. I'm just saying 2-2. They should make the playoffs at the 6th seed. I'll take that and play Tennessee.
Man, I ain't gonna even lie, bro. Van Noy and Atlanta Roberts out, bro. That is concerning for me.
I mean, let's go through the roster. Who do we have left? We got Egwavon. We got Munson. Van Giegel. Who's
Things about this team, I love
Baker?
is next man up, which is a good thing.
You got Baker. I mean, is there anybody you can move up? Maybe Brandon Jones, like to kind of have him
No.
as a hybrid in this game?
He does play, but again, in I don't want to see. He does play that nickel and dime linebacker at times. He does play around the line of scrimmage, but I don't want to see him there. You know, I don't want to see him starting there. You know what I mean? Because again, we all know Jerome Baker, what his deficiencies are, and you have another undersized player. He's who happens to be a defensive back. You don't want a defensive back being deployed primarily around the line of scrimmage like that. That's
Yeah, but this is the thing that I would say about that, though. They don't have the same. They don't have the same skill set, though, in my opinion, against the run. I think Brandon Jones is a better tackler, bro.
Well, but again,
in my
it's
opinion.
not necessarily getting. It's not necessarily tackling. It's you have to get there. You got to be able to get off blocks.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah, I think he's good at doing that, though, bro. I think he can do that.
Who is the Chiefs? Who is the Chiefs' third receiver?
Favorite receiver?
Their third receiver.
Oh, Sammy Watkins.
No, I look at him as their 2.
I don't think you could have Brandon Jones up at the line of scrimmage, bro. But if you could kind of mask where he's going to be and what he's doing, somehow, I think that Flores has a crafty enough mind to implement Brandon Jones as some kind of hybrid in this game, bro, and it might actually benefit us.
The matchup,
because he can cover ground, bro.
The matchup they keep talking about is who's going to cover the third receiver for the Chiefs.
But
I forgot his name. I know he's number 17.
But I agree though, Em. Up at the line of scrimmage, no, bro. But I mean, I don't know, man.
Again,
I'm telling you what's going to happen.
Third receiver.
McCole Hardman.
There you go. That's the guy. They feel that's the matchup today because they're giving Xavier Howard his props. They say he's going to take this guy out of the game.
I would, if I'm the Dolphins.
Wouldn't surprise me if he did take Tyreek Hill out of the game.
Mm-hmm.
Howard's getting his love, fellas. He's getting his love finally.
He should. He should.
My boy, last 2 weeks, I said, yo, I go by what my eyes tell me. And Agba, Rowe, and Howard are all pros this year, in my opinion. Especially Rowe. Rowe is having a monster year.
Mm-hmm.
And he's, to me, has the toughest matchup against Kelsey one-on-one.
The run game is going to be huge on our side. I mean, regardless if we don't have, Gaskins and whatnot, you got to be effective in this game. Because with the quarterback like Mahomes, man, you can only stop him so much, bro. To an extent, he's gonna get his. Just like Kobe, when Kobe would play against the Spurs, Pop would make it a thing, bro, to shut everybody else down. Kobe would still kind of get his points. I mean, but when you have somebody like Bruce Bowen shutting him down, you could limit Kobe pretty good. But in this game, bro, I feel our Bruce Bowen is going to be our running back. Like we have to, regardless if it's a fourth or fifth stringer, you got to be able to keep the dude off the field, bro. Like that has to be a part of the game plan.
Mr. Miami
Um,
defense will get 5 sacks and 3 picks today.
Mm.
Yeah, I know, Dwayne. I see you, bro. You're struggling. Yeah, he said, yeah, it was right here in the chat room. He said that Miami Dolphins defense, 5 sacks, 3 picks today. That's him. I don't see that, but I think they'll get something
That'd
good.
be nice.
I see the Dolphins definitely getting a turnover today, maybe 2.
I think they'll get him twice.
Yeah, I just think that the nation want to see this young defense against that offense because, again, I know that I got poo-pooed about this. CBS will love nothing more to have a great team in Miami, a great team with the Raiders in Pittsburgh and Kansas City. They will live with that every fucking year.
Bro, I'm telling you,
That
this
takes
run
care-
game, man, we're gonna have to start off early and have early success with this run game.
4.8 yards the Chief defense gives up on the run every week.
Those 4 teams, they represent the 4 time zones as well, so they would love that.
Yes, I agree, Big Boss. Yep. Facts. CBS will take that every fucking year and run. And I'll tell you something else. NBC or Fox, even CBS, they will love the night game every year in Miami on Thanksgiving.
Y'all hear? This is not Dolphin related. Y'all hearing that conversation about James Harden getting traded to the Heat?
I heard they're one of the teams on the list. Heat, Bucs, Nets, Philly, and Denver are the 5.
I don't necessarily think that would be a good thing though, bro, because the thing about James Harden, bro, is he's a ball hog, bro. And the thing about ball hogs in the NBA, you got to get a team going, bro, not just one player. That's one of the things I didn't really like, the last couple of years that Kawhi was in San Antonio, man, because it was isolation basketball. It was on offense. It was get the ball to Kawhi, bro, and let him go to work. But I'm like, dude, man, I kind of started missing ball movement and other guys hitting shots, man. That's my only thing about Harden. And the Heat have a team, bro. I don't necessarily think that he's the missing piece.
You know, Esteban, I do agree with you somewhat, but I look at I do agree with you. Harden is, he's ball dominant, but if you look at his skill set, Harden does have the ability to play off the basketball. He can catch and shoot. He's a good enough shooter to play off the ball.
But what happened to his all-around game, bro? He stopped playing. He used to be known as a good defender. What happened to that? He used to be like Ginobili.
Harden ain't never been known as a defender.
Bro, I'm telling you, man, there was a couple of years there where Harden was sneaky with the ball, bro. I mean, on defense, like he would just steal it from you, bro. And he just stopped. He just started playing offense only, bro. He stopped playing, as a defender, man, like the way he used to.
What is Miami rumored to give up to get Harden?
Well, I know Tyler Hero is being discussed.
Yeah, that's typical Houston.
You start there. Start there. I would say Jimmy Butler and Bam Adebayo are the untouchables. I would say.
Everybody else. Yeah, I agree with that. I agree.
Start with Tyler Hero.
Okay. Yeah, and that will work because Houston wants to get rid of salaries. That's what they want to do. They got Boogie and John Wall together. I saw them the other night laughing together. Boogie looked decent. Wall looked great. And then I remembered they were in Kentucky together as freshmen in 2010. That's why they get along so well. So I could see them getting rid of Harden and bringing back some more young talent and just give the team to John Wall. I could see that.
I heard that the Knicks are looking at getting Westbrook.
No, that's over. They sent the Wizards already.
I mean, Westbrook, I'm shocked at I'm not shocked. What I'm shocked at this is what I'm, surprised at. The Wizards traded for him and they got rid of. That ought to tell you just what the league thinks of Russell Westbrook now. They only gave up John Wall in that trade.
You know why?
A
I'll
player
tell
who
you.
has
I'm gonna tell you the Wizards side of it more than the Houston, because Wall makes more money than Westbrook. He hates. They hate each other from day one, and I guess the fan base and the organization loves Bradley Beal more than John Wall. So
and
now,
they should.
and,
Bill has been a better player.
Westbrook
He's
and
been the
John
better
Wall,
player.
Westbrook and Bradley Beal are good, which is good for them. Now they can move forward, because with this clown there, and basically you're more healthier player through the years, and more the new face of the franchise, which is Beal. If those two cannot coexist, get rid of them. Get rid of John Wall. They did. Washington starting fresh. They got Boogie now in Houston. That's his buddy from college, AAU. They're together again. They were laughing it up on the bench the other night. To me, you get rid of one headache for another headache.
You
I was
know,
gonna tell y'all, man. Devin Vassell got a lot of minutes for a rookie, bro. Yesterday for the Spurs, he got 25
I
minutes, bro,
saw
and
that. I saw
he
that.
had he had double digits, bro, for a rookie. I mean, dude, for anybody to come into the NBA in the first year and score double digits, bro.
I'm gonna
You,
try.
and you know
Is
what?
Pop
You know,
changing his
Esteban.
ways?
Hey,
Popovich.
that's what I was getting ready to say. Esteban, that shocked me yesterday because I saw the game that a rookie was getting that kind of playing time. Popovich does not do that. I mean, he
That's what I.
generally
That's what I always look at, bro. With the rookies, man. If you're a Spurs fan, look at the minutes that those guys get as a rookie, bro. And
I
25
was
minutes
shocked to
is a
see that.
lot, bro.
I was
Even that,
shocked to see that.
I followed the Spurs for a long time. Because I think, and I don't think, I know, Tim Duncan is the best player of the millennium. I don't want to hear about Kobe Bryant. I don't, all due respects to Kobe AI.
Facts.
Tim Duncan was the best
Facts.
player of the 21st century.
Facts.
I followed him since he was in the
Facts.
force. I got I got fucking butchered 'cause I say he's the best big man since a healthy Bill Walton, and he proved me right. And I
Facts.
followed San Antonio a lot. I cheered for San Antonio. I love Parker. When they got him, first time I laid eyes on Tony Parker, I said he's going to be a great one. Manu was tremendous his career. But all three of them Hall of Famers, because Duncan's already in. Popovich will be in, or if he's already in. And what more can you say about the San Antonio Spurs organization?
Is he
They'll
better than Akeem?
Who? Tim Duncan?
Yeah.
Without doubt. Without doubt.
Well, I'll say this.
Wow. I don't know.
I think Akeem is. I think Akeem is the more. First off, Akeem is a better athlete. He's the more skilled player offensively. But I think where Duncan, I tend to lean more towards Duncan is that even though Akeem might be slightly better in those categories,
Yeah.
Duncan was so
Up
much
here,
superior rebounding wise
fella.
and defensively than what Akeem ever was. So I'm
I agree.
taking Tim Duncan.
And let me say this: when I think of Hakeem Dwayne, I look more at David Robinson, not Duncan. When I look at Duncan, I think of Karl Malone, how he surpassed Karl Malone, and I love Karl. I respect Karl, but Tim Duncan was the ultimate. Is the ultimate player, team player. He is so fun to watch. I don't give a damn if they think he's boring. He should know in final. I don't know what the fuck Popovich was thinking of leaving him and Tony Parker on the bench with 20 some seconds ago.
I know, right? Oh man, we would have six. We would have six right now. We would have six.
He would have tied Jordan 6-0. And if that would have happened, fellas, you will never hear the end of it from me, bro. I'll be fucking saying Jordan can kiss my ass, and Duncan has surpassed him. But Popovich fucked that up. If he did what he's supposed to do, Tim Duncan would have been a robust 6-0. And goddamn, fellas, I know you're looking at me sideways. I'll be talking fucking Tim Duncan every night up here, bro.
Facts.
Well, you still should, man. He's still
No, it's not
considered to be.
right. hard for me to say this because I'm getting emotional right now. How much I love it. When they gave that, yeah, the big guy's getting a phone call. When he walked up to court in Miami, and he said that I'm coming back a year later to get what was stolen, and he was right. That game 3 against Miami in 2014 was the greatest team passing display I've ever seen in my life. Oh my God, did the Spurs kill him moving the ball with the ball movement? I was laughing my ass off. Miami didn't know what to do.
Mhm.
You agree with that, Ian?
Oh, absolutely. And everybody credits, like, fast forward to 2 years later when Golden State started, started playing that style. Everybody thought that Golden State were the ones that set that trend in the NBA. No, that was the San Antonio Spurs 2 years prior to that. They're the ones that made that in vogue in the within the league.
Zachy, enjoy your bed.
So it was a thing of beauty. It was
It's a fucking clinic.
Yeah, it was absolute clinic.
The
Absolute
look
clinic.
of LeBron's and
Absolute clinic.
Wade's face that was going on.
Oh yeah,
Bro.
They
He
had
could have
no
added
answer.
another All-Star, bro. The next year, they could have added another All-Star. They weren't beating that team, bro, because the open guy was going to make the shot, bro. They were just on. They carried it into the next season, the whole year, bro. That momentum, bro. It's,
No joke. I watched that game 3 at least 4 times. Can't believe I was watching. I was so proud of them, man. I mean, god damn. I'm being honest here. I've seen a lot of basketball games in person, especially the millennial players, because I wanted to see who was this, who was that. If I had to rank them, I would go with my own eyes in person. Duncan 1, Iverson 2. The night I saw Kobe was the last night of the year, and the Lakers was a bad team in 2005, so he didn't put no effort in it, but he's 3. LeBron James 4. And let me say this about LeBron James in person. The fastest player, he's a cheetah from baseline to baseline. No one ran faster I've ever seen run down the court than LeBron, and that's scary at 6'8", 250. Scary.
A young LeBron. Yeah, he was
young
ridiculous.
LeBron. Yeah, young LeBron.
Mm-hmm.
And number 5, if round out the top 5, I would put Darren Williams, but he fizzled out. But when he was playing in his young years, I saw him and Boozer put on a clinic against Portland. I used to live out in Oregon. Those two were terrific. Jerry Sloan, God bless his soul. That was basketball at its finest. Him and Popovich, those two, no one coached better fundamental, sweet basketball like those two. God bless Jerry Sloan. So Popovich, nobody did it better. Like Steve Nash said to Phil Jackson when Phil Jackson was taking shots at Steve Nash when Nash was in Phoenix. And Steve Nash said that's why Greg Popovich is the best coach in basketball. Oh my man, don't talk, fellas. Don't bring up Phil Jackson to me, man. Don't do it. I'll kill Phil Jackson every chance and a gazillion times on Sunday. You talk about a son of a bitch that lucked out with the best players. You ever realize that with Philip?
Yeah,
Oh, yeah.
I haven't seen. See, I mean, you can't knock Phil Jackson's record, his championships or whatnot, because if you look at before he got to Chicago, before he got to the Lakers, none of those players ever won before he got there. So I give him credit for that. But for me to give him the edge over Popovich is that I got to see him go somewhere and build something.
So the disaster
from the ground up. From the ground up. You know what I mean? I have to see him go somewhere, and establish and build something for me to put him in that category with Popovich. You know what I mean?
That's 100%.
New York. I can tell you that.
100% accurate, bro. EM hit it right on the head, man. You see Popovich's resume is that, you see guys come into the league as rookies, bro, and they develop. And that's what you want to see as a fan of any organization, even the Dolphins, bro.
Well, let me ask you this. You live there. So let me ask you this question. When you know they're a contender for the title, how is San Antonio come playoff time? Like the
Oh my gosh, bro.
some of the
It's
finest cheerleaders.
everybody's walking around with smiles, bro. Everybody's nice to each other, bro, because it's playoff time, man. You know what I mean? And the thing I'll tell you about is a lot of those championships, man, those years, I don't think any of those years, besides the year that we came back and beat Miami and got revenge, bro, that kind of seemed like it was inevitable. Like, oh, bro, when we lost that finals, man, it was like, you could hear a pin drop, while you were driving, bro. It was just this aura.
Devastated me. I wasn't watching
Yeah,
basketball.
bro, man, like everybody had a long face for the longest time, bro.
Seriously, I was crushed, man, because I saw
Yeah,
Duncan, and I said,
yeah, you could see it throughout everybody in the city, bro. But and it was almost inevitable that was going to happen. But all the other championships, bro, that I know of, man, some of them were unexpected, bro. Like the Cleveland one, the Pistons one. Like you had really good teams that year that they had to beat. Like the Nuggets were a tough team in the out west. The Suns.
Suns, yep.
Yeah, man. I mean, they had some good squads. Even Dallas had good squads, bro. I mean, the stuff you had to get past.
Phoenix and San Antonio.
Yeah, man. And so this is the thing about a championship, bro. In regards to any sport, bro. Sometimes it'll happen, and you never knew it was coming, bro. You never knew it was coming. Like, man, that Pistons, when we beat the Pistons, bro. That 05, I think it was that 05, bro.
5 double overtime.
They
5 seconds left.
they had just when we were talking about that the other day, they had just dethroned the Lakers, bro. They were going for a three-peat, and that was a defensive two-way team, bro.
One of my fifth greatest NBA fan of all time, because Detroit won Game 6 in San Antonio. That was not easy to do. And
bro, this is why I respect that Pistons team so much, because of all the two-way players that they had, guys that could play defense as well as offense. You had Rasheed, you had Hamilton, you had Tayshaun Prince, and Ben Wallace was good underneath the basket at cleaning up trash, bro, and getting you them trash points, bro. Like, So I respected that team a whole lot, man. And one of the things I say, even in Dolphin fans can one of these days, man, you never know, we might be in the same predicament where we might get a championship in a year that we never expected it, bro. You know what I mean? In a year that you
and keep in mind, that's that same Detroit team that just absolutely decimated that Laker team the year before.
And never
beat them 4-1.
No, I'm just
got Shaq traded.
Yep, that's it. You said it for me. Yep, got Shaq out of town.
Same team.
And I look at San Antonio, and I look back to me, those were some great years of basketball, by the way. When I think of those San Antonio teams between 1999 and 2014, the one consistent thing they had was greatness. And I know people don't want to hear it. I mean, I had Esteban, you wasn't up here yet. EM was that night. When I said the Spurs was one of the great dynasties, I got a lot of pushback that night. And again, when you have the best player in generation on your franchise, you're going to win. Especially in basketball, you're going to win. And Tim Duncan was that special player.
And I say again, during the Tim Duncan era, that franchise, the San Antonio Spurs, won 72% of their basketball games. Unheard of, totally unprecedented, historically. And the definition of a dynasty, people keep saying, well, the Spurs didn't win back-to-back. They didn't win 3 straight. What would you rather have? A 20-year, you get 5 championships within those 20 years, and you never miss the playoffs, or would you have 2 straight, 3 straight, and then you miss the playoff 5, 6 years, for the next 5 to 10 years? Which one would you rather have?
Chicago missed it for like a decade once Jordan left.
So the Spurs are the definition of what you call a dynasty. 20
Oh
years.
yeah,
Bro.
I don't have a problem with that, fellas. I think the Spurs again. When I think of them and everything, I think of greatness. I think of basketball perfection, basketball genius by the great coaching staff and general management in San Antonio. Well ran, class organization. You have to be a special type of player to play in San Antonio, and that's
Bro,
their standard. That's their
let me
standard.
let me tell you how much I love the Spurs, bro. My wife took a picture with another dude, and I wasn't jealous at all, bro. She took a picture at work with Sean Elliott, bro, and I was most married men would be upset, bro. I don't give a damn. That's Sean Elliott. You know what I mean? Like frame it up. You know what I mean? Put it on the wall. So you know what I mean? I love the Spurs, man.
I do too.
So
Dallas Mavericks was a good team. They were. Spurs was a good team, Mr. Miami. They were a hell of a basketball team. Fireman, I gave you a salute, my brother. You know I love you. My buddy Fireman, 25 points. Is it over for you Eagles? Put a 1, yes, 2, no. Timothy Hourglass, I'd rather have my championships connected. Give me the money now. Okay, I know what he means by that. He'd rather be like this, the 2000 to 2002 Lakers. 3 in a row. Not me. I'd rather have consistency. If I'm going to get 5 championships in 20 years, I'll take it any day of the week.
Because I never miss the playoffs.
Relevant. I know if they see just a little bit of slippage, they're going to patch up that hole some way, somehow. San Antonio, let me use this example. When they saw a little leakage, they went out and got Kawhi Leonard. And I watched Kawhi Leonard a lot in college because he went up against my team, which is UNLV. And I didn't think nothing of Kawhi Leonard. I said, be a second-round pick. When I saw this guy win the MVP of the finals, I went, what? I said, Kawhi Leonard? Really? Well, I will say this. Guys, forgive me what I'm about to say, because I know you guys are San Antonio purists. I don't know what went on. I'm not there. I don't know what went on. Seriously, I don't know. I think the Spurs blew it when they let him walk away, when they just gave him away.
I agree.
I agree, bro. But I felt that in his heart he was gonna leave from the time he got to San Antonio, bro. Because look, man, Kawhi's story. The fact that this dude's dad passed away when he, I believe the day he had a game when he was in high school, bro. He's a family dude, and I can't fault the dude for wanting to be around his family.
Don't worry, I'll get
here's my issue.
Yeah, okay.
Okay, here's where I gotta criticize Pop. It's kind of like how I criticized Brian Flores with the Minka Fitzpatrick situation.
Yeah, you could compare. That's a great comparison.
So here's the problem I have with Pop. Okay, you get a player, he's homesick, he wants to go back home. Okay, I'm gonna try everything in my power to keep him. Okay, obviously they couldn't come to terms, so a move needed to be made. Here's where the criticism comes with Greg Popovich. He let his pride, he let his ego get in the way of making a move that's gonna improve the team overall and set you up for years to come. Because the move to be made, remember when the Lakers were offering, Magic Johnson was offering Brandon Ingram, Kyle Kuzma, Lonzo Ball, in addition to like 2 or 3 first-round picks. Popovich said, absolutely not. I'm not trading him to the Lakers. That's what his response was.
Yeah, the Lakers so much. Yeah, I
and
remember.
he said again that same haul that the Pelicans got for Anthony Davis, that is what the Lakers were offering at the time for Kawhi Leonard. That is the move that should have been made.
I agree.
I don't blame Pop though, because the reason why I say that, I don't know, he should have made the move. But what I'm saying is, as a man, to that's like, man, bro, like you don't got dignity making that move, bro. If you do it, you lose. It's like I would feel like I lost my dignity because that is a rival, bro. Like
no, but okay, now they're willing to trade. Now
no. I'm saying when you analyze it and you think about what he might have been thinking, you know, that's the only thing that comes to mind, because that is a rivalry, bro. You know what I mean? As much as people look past it, when the Spurs and the Lakers are both
look at the bag that they're giving you. Look at Brandon Ingram now. You think if Brandon Ingram is on this San Antonio Spurs team, they are a perennial playoff team, and you have that surplus. You have that surplus of draft capital. Surplus of draft capital.
San Antonio, bro.
Come on, man. You don't let your pride get in the way of the logo. Never.
I agree.
That was the move to make.
I mean, dude, guys, you could tell by my voice, and you can look at my face. I get very nostalgic when I think of the Tim Duncan years in San Antonio. There were some great years for me as a basketball fan. I really appreciate his greatness. I'm glad that everything I said about him, he was better than I thought he would be. And when he retired, fellas, seriously, when he retired, I walked away from the NBA. I said, my man's out, I'm out. I said, fuck the NBA. My man's out, I'm out.
Bro, I kid you not, man. I hate to throw this out there, but he literally lives right behind me. Really? Like a few miles behind me, yeah, in the other direction. Going east from my house. He lives, my son and them, when he was in middle school, the bus would actually take him by Tim Duncan's house, bro, to get to school. Man. So
he has a white wife.
Esteban, yeah. I got a question for you.
What's up?
The night the year when Mono said he was gonna retire, but he decided to come back one more year. The night when they thought he was gonna retire, the ovations, I saw this game, the ovations after the ovations the AT&T Center gave him, bro. What did you think about that as a Mono fan?
Oh man, dude, I wonder if I was at that game, bro. Because he got an ovation almost every night.
Antonio.
Yeah, man. I was actually at the game when I can't remember, man, because it all stems together, bro. As a fan, I don't remember if I was at home or if I was at that game, but I remember a game when Manu came off the court and got an ovation. I think I was there. I know I was there for when Tony Parker got hurt, and pretty much that was the end of his Spurs reign. It was the playoff game, man. It was, matter of fact, it was the year that Kawhi was hurt. His last year too. I can't remember, Mace, to be honest, bro. I tell you,
gentlemen, it's 10 minutes to kick off. Hey, I'm gonna have to get off here, fellas. We'll chop it up later on, man.
Yeah, I'll be back.
Man.
Fins up, baby.
Hey,
Fins up, man.
Enjoy the game. Enjoy it, fellas.
Yeah, I'm gonna run to catch the game, bro. I'll be back though, Mace.
I'll be back at 4:15. I'll be right. I'll do the post game, win or lose.
They gotta make sure their pads are on tight and their shoes are tied for kickoff.
All I know is it's a beautiful day in Miami. 80 degrees at kickoff, bright and sunny.
Man, they're gonna get their ass kicked, man.
Laro yesterday, Beasley, no joke. Laro gave me 20 points and 50.
Wow.
If the Dolphins lose less than 20, he's gonna put.
What's the regular line? What's the regular line? About 6?
7.
7?
Yeah.
He gave you 20 points. Holy shit. How could you not take that bet? I would take that bet.
And guys up here were saying, what? Yeah, he gave me 20. He had no respect for the Dolphins.
None.
You know. Which I don't care because, like I said, we're a year away from being great. So it doesn't bother me. I took the bet. And if they do lose by less than 20, I expect $50 in my Cash App at 4:30 this afternoon. How was your weekend, buddy?
All right.
It's good to see
Damn
you.
it! I'm trying to see if I got the game.
Okay.
I want to see that. I want to see that. I'll hear all this shit about the fucking Dolphins. About time I watch these motherfuckers.
Dolphins defense. It's the defense, bro.
They're gonna need defense.
Yeah, man. Everybody thinks they're gonna play 1-on-1. That's the Laro's not here, bro. This is Beasley. He's a big Raiders fan. This is not Laro. Laro's not here this morning. I'm surprised. I guess guy spent the night up at Platinum Elites, it was lit his room today. I was up there, but I fell asleep.
I unsubbed to him for some reason.
I tell you, your boy, I'm being sarcastic, he's beginning to gain some steam, ism.
Oh, he can have all the steam he want with his junk pot, with this aluminum can picking ass. You give a fuck? I already done lived this YouTube life. He can't go nowhere I ain't been.
I hear you, bro. He's a great guy.
He doing a 12-hour too. He's a piece of shit. I'd slap the fuck out that bitch ass nigga if I saw him in real life and spit on him. He's a motherfucking faggot. Fake ass nigga talk that pimp shit. That nigga not no goddamn pimp. That nigga's a junk man. He digging trash cans and shit and cut lawns. I ain't cut lawns when I was 11 years old. Bitch ass nigga talking that shit. A great fucking guy.
Bradshaw's taking the Saints by 10 over the Eagles. I agree with that.
You troll me to get a reaction out of me, huh? Man, I don't give a fuck about these niggas like that, man. I watched you today, though. I watched you when I first came in the chat. You're like, you black bitches, you ain't shit. Fuck you and your white boys, and fuck you, you black bitches, you ain't shit. Looking past all the brothers and everything. And then you saw you came in the room. You said, Sheila, good morning, beautiful. How was your beauty sleep, you goddess? Wonderful. Let me throw some rose petals down for you to walk on.
Oh man, I'm having fun with that, man.
Let me throw some rose petals down for you to walk on, and let me squeeze some oranges and some peaches and some guavas for you to have nectar across your lovely lips.
Nah,
nigga, that's you. I hate you. I hate you black bitches. I hate you black bitches. You ain't shit.
See, it's easy for me to do that with them, Beasley, because these women got.
You like Big J Triple Dex. You said you women ain't shit until one winks at them. One wink. They say Obsidian's like that too. You black bitches are horrible, and the democracy and destroy the black men. Then a woman winks at him. Hey, beautiful. Oh, I love you. I love you more than I love this man. Let me tell you what I got over here, man.
What's up? What's your spread today?
And I cleaned them, man. I'm about to fry them in some egg batter and some cornmeal. I got some soft shell crabs,
nice.
some French bread,
nice,
and I got some big ass jumbo 911 shrimp. That means there's 9 of them to a pound. Nice. I only bought a pound.
Nice.
And
isn't it nice to be single and cook for yourself and enjoy football at 10 o'clock in the morning, Beasley?
Yeah, it'd be nice to have somebody to cook for you. It's nice when they come over to cook too.
Well,
and hop back in bed and feed
me in my life, bro. Black Wall Street, what's up, my brother? You did an excellent job yesterday. Mr. Miami, I love you. Get ready for the big game, Mr. Miami, down there. It's our game today, baby. I love it. I'm not going to say I love, but I like the Chiefs to win today, 20-17. I think the Dolphins.
You beating them? You picking them against your team? Or your handicapper leaves your heart out of it, right?
Yeah, I think the Chiefs. I've been saying it for weeks, please. I said the Chiefs are going to beat them.
Are you still a winner, though?
Yeah, I know. They've already got 8 wins, but I think they'll make the playoffs at 10-6, be the 6th
but
seed.
You're still a winner if.
Oh yeah, with Lauro,
they lose by 3 points.
It's 20-17.
Right. You're still a winner.
Yeah, man. I'm smiling. I'm loving this, man. This is fun, man. If you're gonna take this game so seriously, that's on you. Me, I love it, man. This is for me. This is just entertainment, bro.
You guys spent more time this week. You guys spent more time this week. Every time I stop in, yeah, Tua, he's not great, but he's going to be good and everything in our dynasty and everything in our defense. We keeps on going and putting together a good team, I do like the Dolphin colors though. That blue is a nice blue.
They're going back to the old colors next year though.
I like that. I like that gay blue, that like homosexual blue that you guys have.
Stop saying that, bro. You get my channel flagged, bro.
If I say gay and homosexual, that won't get you flagged.
Say alphabet people blue.
You scared of them, huh? They got you. You scared of the gay people?
No, I'm not, bro. But I have a good thing going here, bro. I'm gonna keep it that way.
That shit ruin it. Now, if you say the F word a lot of times, that's where it gets a little nasty.
I do, bro. I'm getting ready for kickoff. What's up, buddy? Hi, Tess. What's up, bro? Hi, Tess. What's up, brother?
Fuck you, Beasley, you bitch ass nigga. Fuck you. You know every goddamn thing, Beasley.
Getting ready? Getting ready?
Yeah, man. No, doing my thing, bro.
Them other dudes left. Them other dudes left early, like they got to make sure their pads are on tight and everything. Like they get ready to play and shit. 10 minutes before game time, I got to get him there and hoop it up with the defense before we win the game.
Got to suit up.
Yeah, that's the way they sounded like.
I got a shocker for you. EM said this morning, about an hour ago.
I heard that bullshit, nigga. First of all, Kobe, nigga. First of all,
I know. I know you look right. He said, "quote I will take this Sean Watson in a heartbeat and win 4 chips without a doubt." I was shocked.
Man, LaMelo Ball can't shoot, man. His shot was way the fuck off.
Yeah, I did not see that, Beasley. My mind was on this game last night. And I didn't talk about this game all day yesterday, believe it or not.
I don't believe it.
It's true.
It's Dolphins radio. All Dolphins all the time.
It's my squad and they're winning, baby.
You ought to let me make a drop, man.
What's up, kid?
Mace Taggart, Dolphins radio, all Dolphin talk all the time, 24/7. 365, 366 on leap years. Go Dolphins.
I gotta pay you for that.
I'll make you a drop. Email me if you live and I'll email you a drop back. Dolphin Talk Radio with Mace Taggart.
Tomorrow, I think if I can see, cause I'm getting my eyes done tomorrow. If I can see 5:30 Eastern time, me and Black Wall Street will be up here, Browns and Ravens pregame's a big Ravens fan. So I'm gonna do it blind tomorrow. Just talk the Browns and the Ravens and the Dolphins. More recap and reaction of today's game, which is gonna start in 5 minutes in Miami. He dropped off. I'll see him at 4:15 today. Beasley, you got final words, baby.
I don't think we're gonna be able to.
Whatever you want to say, Mr. Miami, enjoy the game, baby. That's right. Mace Radio. That's right.
No, it's football Sunday. I'm getting cold.
Everybody's out of here. Black Wall Street, Mr. Miami. I'm surprised Pete wasn't here this morning. The beautiful Sheila E. and her Giants today. They should win. Itas, Timothy Hourglass, Fireman, 2531. Let me see. Zaki was here today. Thank you, fellas. Who else was here today? EM was here today. Esteban, Big Boss, Dwayne was in here. Heifel was in here today. I just want to say, Sean Jones, of course. I love you guys. Thank you for coming. Enjoy the football. I'll be back after the Dolphins and the Chiefs. 4:15, 4:30ish. I'll be back. Enjoy the NFL, everybody. Go Dolphins. Fins up.